Yo, what's going on, PC community? What's up, YouTube? We back live and in full effect. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Um, what's up, fellas? How y'all living today?
Hey man, you see it. We here. We about that life. We ain't bullshitting. We dead
Uh-huh.
serious.
All right, right from the top, as you guys do know, Team USA will be playing against Serbia in about an hour. So we'll get a chance to react to that live while we on the show. Should be a good time. Should be a good game. I expect it to be. Before we do that, it was a lot of summer league games yesterday. Is there anything that stuck out to you guys in specific?
Alex Sarr.
Mm.
We have to talk about Alex Sarr. He's the number 2 pick. We have to talk about Alex Sarr.
So the number 2 pick, Alex Sarr, played against the number 7 pick. Donovan Clingan was 7.
Yes.
Played against the number 7 pick. Obviously, two highly touted prospects. Both are centers. Both play the same position, so they played against each other. Donovan Clingan didn't have the best game either, but he wasn't the number 2 pick, and he didn't not score.
He's still
Alex
a lottery
Sarr
pick though.
Scored 0 points. He went 0 for 15 from the field.
Garbage.
He went 0 for 7 from the 3-point line. He went 0 for 2 from the free throw line. He did have 9 rebounds, though, and 3 blocks. But talk to me about this.
No, not this bad. But these are the concerns I had with Domo when he was saying Alex Sarr was like the clear number 1 pick. I viewed him as a very good defensive prospect who was just very raw offensively. He's not very good offensively, to be honest. This is a bad look. This is a very bad look. I said yesterday on Open Gym, I don't really care too much about percentages in terms of summer league because small sample size of games, you can have a couple bad shooting games, and all of a sudden you're 37%. I understand that. But less than the 0 for 15 is the amount of jump shots he chooses to take. That is what's throwing me off. I likened him to, he reminds me of Bargnani on offense. That's what he reminds me of.
Is that his ceiling, or is that just like what you see right now?
Just in terms of play style, he reminds me of Bargnani. I said before the draft, his ceiling to me is a lesser Jaren Jackson Jr. That's what I think he can be. But yeah, he plays very soft on both sides of the ball, to be honest. He just plays very soft. Shies away from contact, won't really drive towards the rim. Now I'm not gonna lie and act like I watched the whole game. I obviously did not. But I watched, I want to say, the first half, most of the first half. He doesn't set screens. Everything has to be a jump shot with him. Anytime there's any sort of contact, he's picking up his dribble instantly, not comfortable playing through contact. He's just a very long way away offensively. He's just a very bad offensive player. Like, there's no way around it. He's a bad offensive player who has skills that theoretically could become good down the line. But right now, he's just objectively bad on offense. So
now, with that being said, Mars, the one thing that you said, because I see the same thing that you see on the defensive side of the ball. I think he can be elite as a defender going down the line. So if I can get an elite defensive player and I can hone his offensive skill, prime example, Anthony Davis, who was a defender who turned into a great offensive player and turned into a great scorer. Am I saying that Alex Sarr is a great offensive? Is he Anthony Davis? No, I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is the stuff that we need to work on, I feel like we can get that. There's a transition in the NBA from the college game, from the Euro game, where the physicality is different, the action is different. The stuff that we need to teach you, or the stuff that you need to learn, we can teach. Like, for example, you brought up the idea of him not being able to set screens. Wemby's not very good at setting screens, but Wemby, I feel like, is going to get better at that. Once Wemby gets better at that, because when Wemby fills out a little bit more and become more physical, he's going to make them better. When I watch Alex Sarr around the rim, the idea that he's soft, I don't think he's soft more than he's more unprepared for the physicality when you look at this group. when you look at him being in the NBA, I don't think that kind of physicality was going on where he played before. And a lot of these guys, when you see them in the summer league, they're fighting for their lives, Mars. And the guys that he played against in France, the guys that he played against in the league that he was in, a lot of those guys weren't really fighting for their lives. So they're going to be a little bit more physical here in the summer league. Is that going to be the case in the NBA? I don't know. But as a defender, I feel like the stuff that he has, the rim protection, I think he could be an elite rim protector. I don't think he can be a good rim protector. I think he can be elite. Now, when I say elite, Mars, I'm going to say it. I think that he can be where Rudy Gobert was. I think we could teach him that. I think he could be that good as a rim protector. Because what I see around the basket, you know how I feel about guys being able to recover. And I feel like his ability to recover is there. And I feel like once we hone that and he understands coverages and understands how to block shots, I think he could be that kind of rim protector. Offensively, if I can get him, like you just said, Bargnani, Mars, if I could get an 18, 19 a game guy, 17 a game guy who is an elite rim protector, I can build around that. 100% I can. Now, the idea of him shooting 0 for 15, he didn't shoot any shots that I know that sounds ridiculous. I didn't make a shot yesterday. The fact that he didn't make a shot yesterday, the shots that he was shooting, Mars, those are the same shots that he shoots anyway. I just couldn't make a shot yesterday. I couldn't make a free throw. I couldn't make a jump shot. I couldn't make a long. I couldn't do anything yesterday. Does that mean that I'm going to go 0 for 15 again or 1 for 9? I mean, he hasn't been great in the summer league in terms of shooting, but I feel like that's stuff that we can work on. The defensive side of the ball is what I'm the most impressed with him, and I think he could be elite defensively.
Hello, Damo.
Damo,
what up?
Pass that.
We talking about Alex Sarr.
Damn, I don't get a hello.
No, I know.
Yeah, y'all not gonna say what's up to Jaylen?
Crazy work.
No, because Domo is the one who's been
You
like
showed up first. What up, Jaylen? What's up, brother? How you running, brother?
Domo was
I'm getting
spearheading the
Jaylen
Alex
Brown
Sarr
treatment.
thing, so that's why
I'm getting the Jaylen Brown treatment.
What's up? What's up, Jay? What's up, Jay? How you running, brother?
That's good. You know, we
Yeah, hello,
good.
Jaylen. Yeah, whatever.
What's up, Mr.
Anyway,
Brown?
also,
Crazy.
Domo, don't appreciate you atting me on Twitter about AJ Johnson highlights.
Hey, man.
Don't appreciate that.
Hey, like I said, he's gonna prove you wrong. Just like Sarr's gonna prove every doubter wrong. I don't know what is up with this xenophobia against French people. This is insane. Y'all did this with Wemby when he got dunked over by Kai Jones. Apparently, his defense wasn't going to translate if he can't stop Kai Jones in the summer league. And then he goes out and looks like one of the best defensive bigs in the league last year in year one. I have no concerns with Alex Sarr. Okay. Initially, go back and listen to what I said. He is a project player on offense. So him shooting 0 for 15 or having bad shooting nights in summer league is not moving me. The defense is there. He looks like a capable big defender. I'm all for it. I stand on everything I said leading up to the draft. I stand on everything I said at the draft, and I'm still standing on it now. He's going to be the best player in the draft. He's going to prove everybody wrong. He's going to make everyone look stupid for thinking that there was a conversation about how weak the class is, how close it is between 1 and 2. I'm not worried about it at all.
How do you feel about Tyus Jones?
You mean French Kevin Knox? That's the only way. No. It's not hating on him. It's more so I'm mad that the Hornets actually picked him over Buzelis. He's right there. You had Buzelis right there. So many teams had him right there, by the way. The Spurs, idiots. No way you take Rob Dillingham just to trade him for 2031 picks is crazy. Too many teams passed it on Mattis Buzelis, but the Hornets were definitely a team that needed him. That's why I'm really mad at French Kevin Knox.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Jaylen.
Jaylen, do you have any reaction to Alex Sarr going 0 for 15 last night?
I mean, yeah. I think you guys kind of talked about it briefly. It's one game, one night, a tough night. You're gonna have these, especially the rookie who everyone kind of knew was a project, wasn't gonna come in right away offensively and be that guy. So look, I wouldn't be shocked that I expected to have a couple 1 for 10 shooting nights, 1 for 8 shooting nights in the NBA this season too. So I mean, 0 for 15. I know again looks really bad, which it is, but he's a rookie, a product on offense. Keep shooting the ball. I'm sure next game he'll have a bounce back game and probably shoot 6 for 14, which will be a lot better.
Bounce back game. But I want to away from Alex Sarr, because once again, me and Doma had the conversations about his offense. I was very concerned. That was the reason I was hesitant about him being the clear number one. Still had him number one, but that was the reason I was hesitant. I like Donovan Clingan. I think Donovan Clingan is good. Now, he needs to stop trying to convince anyone, including himself, that he's actually a stretch 5. He can't shoot. I don't care that he made a 3 yesterday. He can't shoot. I don't know why he's shooting so many in summer league. When the league starts, 1 3 every other game. That's about as much as I'm going to go with him. So other than that, but I like the screen setting. I like the dribble handoffs. I like some of the passing he's shown at the top. The rim protection definitely translates. He rebounds. He runs the floor about as good as you can expect someone of his stature. He's going to be a very good fit next to Scoot and Shaden Sharp next year. Now, they're not going to win any games, but he's going to be a good fit for them. So I like Donovan Clingan. I think that was a very good pick.
Do you
Portland.
think the coaches are making him take the threes?
No, because the whole pre-draft process, however you want to say it, was him saying, I can shoot the ball. I can shoot the ball. He's in the workouts at the draft combine, shooting threes. I think he's trying to show teams that he has more to his offensive game. And it's okay that he's not a shooter. He just needs to stop shooting. Similar to Alex Sarr, but Alex Sarr isn't good on the interior. So I was about making the shots.
That was going to be I got 2 questions. I got one for Clingan and I got one for Sarr. But let's talk about Sarr right quick. Is he shoot 7 threes a game type of guy? Is his jumper that smooth?
No,
he's gonna shoot that many. He's not that good of a shooter to justify.
He shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be shooting that many shots.
No, he should not.
It depends on however many minutes he plays. But I will say on a per 36 basis, because I don't know how many minutes he's gonna play, he's gonna get up about 6 or 7 threes per 36. He gonna, if he takes 10 shots a game, 7 of them are gonna be jumpers.
That's my question, Miles. And in terms of Washington's offense, how are they? What kind of offense are they running through him? Is he going to be on the box? Are they going to put him in the mid post? Are they going to put him in the mid? Are they going to put him in the mid range? What are they going to do with him as an offensive player?
They shouldn't do. I'm sorry, you asked Mars. I'm sorry.
You too, Damo. You too, Damo.
Listening to Brian Keefe. That's what I like about the summer league. They get the coaches or the GMs and they like interview them during the game. So listening to Brian Keefe, what he said about Alex Sarr a couple games ago, I think it was the Houston game. I think he was talking about just like the versatility of Alex Sarr, and they don't want to put him in a box. So there'll be times where he's going to be the pick and roll screener. There's other times he's going to be the pick and roll ball handler. He's going to bring the ball up in transition. Like they're going to use him in a variety of ways because he can do a lot of things, and they want to find what he's most comfortable with and use him in the most amount of ways possible. Now, I'm certain they aren't going to be running post-ups for Alex Sarr, but I do think they are going to be using him a lot on the perimeter as a ball handler, as a screener, just a lot of different actions that, to be honest, just create jump shots for him. Because even when he screens, he does the Giannis thing where he's not really setting the screen, he's just popping out. And Giannis will use that to get forward momentum on his drive. Alex Sarr uses that to shoot. So he's not a pick and roll play. He's more a slip. He's just he slip and pop, go screen, those things. Right. So yeah, he gonna shoot a bunch of jumpers. Now that's gonna determine his efficiency, and I have a feeling he's not gonna be very efficient next year. But it's gonna be a lot of jumpers. So that's just his game, and it's been his game for a while now.
To put him in a space, Damo, and I want to hear your idea on this too. But to put him in space where, as the defender that I think he is, to put him in space to make him more of a rim runner to start, to get that touch around the basket, I feel like that'd be real beneficial to him.
I'm about to say they shouldn't run any offense for him. In my opinion, you shouldn't be running offense for him. He is a project player on offense. You are figuring it out. If anything, like you said, Chilton, they should put him in situations where he is just in space, in transition, getting to the rim and trying to finish. I understand finishing isn't his strongest attribute, but that's something you need to just work on and develop. But there shouldn't be sets drawn up for Alex Sarr in his first year. There shouldn't be if I see him post up, I'm turning the game off. There shouldn't be any post up touches for Alexander Sarr his first year. Right. He's just not that guy on offense yet. The potential is there. I like the shooting mechanics. His shot looks nice, especially for a 7-footer.
It definitely
and he moves fluently
bad
with the ball. It doesn't look bad. So you know something is there. The foundation is there. It's just about developing it. It needs to be developed. So I don't think that if they're talking about they about to unleash him like Wemby, I'm about to have to be fighting for my life all year.
The Wizards are going to be a tough watch this year.
Tougher than San Antonio 2 years ago, Mars, when you turned me on to them? Because 2 years ago, when you turned me on to San Antonio, Mars, I was in here fighting for my life trying to watch the San Antonio Spurs. Tougher than them?
I think the Wizards will be more entertaining because of how fast they're going to play. So, like, even if it's bad basketball, but because it's so up and down, you can find entertainment.
Right.
The Spurs were just a bad team, not playing necessarily fast, and were all over the place on defense. So I think the Spurs will probably be a tougher watch, but the Wizards are going to be a very bad team.
I don't think so at all. I mean, you just watch Wemby.
No, 2 years pre-Wemby.
Oh, you talk about
Not
the
last
first
year.
2 years.
Vassell and Keldon Johnson.
Okay, I thought I was comparing them this year. I was like,
Oh no. Wemby made the Spurs like a top 15 most entertaining team just by himself. Man.
yeah.
I was watching the Spurs. Yeah, it was just that was cool. But yeah, the Wizards are gonna be tough.
Wizards or Pistons this year? You get courtside tickets to one of the games. You get
of-
courtside tickets to a
Pistons are going to
game.
be so much better this year than they were last year.
Yeah, 100%. I'm watching Cade
Or-
Cunningham,
of
Jalen
JB
Durant.
Bickerstaff. He's just
JB Bickerstaff gonna make Jalen Duren
Yeah,
the defender he was at Memphis, man. I'm telling
All
you.
right, who wants to bet? Come on, let's do it. Let's
Chad,
get this out the way with.
I
Chad,
got
who wanna bet,
35
Jill?
wins. I got 35 wins for the
Chad.
Pistons, man.
Oh, yeah,
Wins.
Wait, so Pistons more wins than
Under
Washington?
25.
Oh, under
I'll-
25.
I'll
Okay,
take-
wait,
I'll
Ron,
take the over.
Ron,
I'm taking the over.
I'll do a bet with you that the Pistons win
I'm
more than
taking
the
the over.
Wizards. I'll do a bet with you that the Pistons.
I'm
I'm not touching the Wizards at all.
I'm taking the
No
over.
way.
I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I'll take the over on 25.
Are you chill?
I'm
I'll
taking
take
the over on
25.
25.
Yeah, I'll
Over on
take the
25. That's too low.
I'm taking the
25
over.
is way too low.
I'm gonna put a
Y'all
C
know-
on it.
Come on, you want to run this back?
Yeah.
Y'all already know how many
Chill,
games
100.
they're winning, man.
We could
You know how many games
$100.
they winning this year.
$100.
Nice to
Deal.
meet you, my friend.
Yes, sir. We got deal.
Listen.
I'm taking the over on 25 wins.
Chad, I was
Savvy down.
I was a year too early, Chad. I was a year too early.
Mhm.
You
So
could
this
anticipate
year-
Monty Williams.
This year is official. The Detroit Pistons are winning 40 games. This is the season. It's this year.
40 strong.
It's this
I'm not
year.
doing that with him.
Strong,
40 wins.
I let this
Detroit
dude-
Pistons.
Uh-uh.
It's on.
I let
Watch.
this dude sell me a VCR with a tape in it last time I saw him, right? And I ain't doing that again. I jump through this computer on you. I switch cars.
Chill town. Chill
not
town. I'm
doing that
telling
again.
you. I'm
No.
telling you.
Uh-uh.
Trust the process, man.
I am
40
And
wins.
I'm here. I'm here on record saying it today. I think Jaylen Duren makes the Olympic team in 28. I'm on record saying that right now. I think he's on the.
Over
I
who?
think I think he's on the Olympic
That's what I
team.
said. Who are the
Joel
American centers?
Embiid's gone.
Yeah.
All right,
Joel
Joel's
Embiid's
gone.
Joel Embiid's
Is
going to be
is
gone.
AD done?
AD's going to be gone too. I don't think he's going to play.
Are we sure?
I think that they go.
He's
For
like
Chill's
31 right
prediction,
now?
they have to be going. Yeah, for Chill's
And-
prediction, they have to.
And I think that JB Bickerstaff, as the defensive coach that he is, I think he's going to be an Olympian in 2028.
Well, here's what I'm saying. Minus Joel,
Yeah.
minus AD, you still got. Does he make it over Jaren Jackson? Does he make it over Bam? Does he make it over Jared Allen? Does he make it over Evan Mobley?
Mhm.
Paulo?
Okay,
Chet.
so
Oh,
Yeah, Chet will be there. Never mind. Chet's gonna start,
Chet at the 5, right? Chet at the 5. I think Bam's still going to be there, and then that third big is going to be.
Hold on. Cooper Flag is going to be a 4.
He's not a big though.
there.
He's
He
not.
a
he's not a-
he a
a wing.
3-4. He
Yeah,
a
he's a
3-4.
wing. He's not a big. And Evan Mobley, I think at the
Donovan
4.
Clingan.
No, I think that Jaylen. I think that Jaylen Duren. I think the potential is there for him to be one of the better defensive bigs in the game, and I got him on the Olympic team in 2028.
I think Jaylen Duren gonna be the best rebounder in the league for a while.
I can see that.
He should be.
Yeah, I expect that. I'll be surprised
I do.
if he's not. Yeah.
I do. So with that being said, Ron, that 25 wins, Ron is putting a new pair of J's on my feet. Yes, he is. 100%.
I think Jays are better than 100 these days. So.
Hey man.
Ron putting something on. Ron putting something on.
I'm putting a down payment on it?
Yeah. Ron
chill.
putting a new pair of 6s on for me.
I'm gonna switch my setup. I'm gonna put your new shoes right there.
100%, yo. So, yeah. To be honest with you, Ron, I like the defense. When I see guys that have defensive potential and they're raw offensively, I feel like I could work more with that than a guy who offensively he's already what he is, and I got to teach him how to defend. And I got to teach. When I already see a guy defending, I could teach him the other stuff. I always bring back the idea of Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is, and for all intents and purposes, he's the model of that because he came in as a defender. He turned into a scorer. Same thing with Leonard. We ain't talk about Leonard when he first showed up as a scorer. 3-4 years later, this dude was 25 a game, right? 25 a game he was. So I feel like we don't that idea of me having to teach you how to score. I feel like if the skill set is there, if the athleticism is there, I feel like I can teach you that. And Sarr looks like a guy who, with the athleticism and the skill set, I could teach him how to be a damn good offensive player. The defense and the desire to play defense is already there.
If only they taught Andre Roberson, man. Damn. If only they taught it.
Yeah, 0 for 15 is 100% nasty. And my biggest thing with this was the 7 threes. And it's like, chill. Obviously, as you know, when your shot's not going, what gets you going? It's either A, getting something easy at the hoop, or B, knocking down some free throws. And then that usually gets you going. You don't go over
the ball going.
No, he's right. It's just he missed the 2 free throws.
You got to see the ball go in the rim on some level, but I couldn't on any level. I couldn't do that. Nothing was going in last night.
You don't go 0 for 4 from 3 and be like, you know what? I'm 0 for 9 right now. Let me shoot one more 3.
No.
I'm 0 for 5. All right, this next one's going in. All right.
Bro, what's the Dion Waiters quote that he'd rather go like 0 for 30 than 0 for 9 or something because he didn't give up.
So now he got that Waiters mama mentality.
Yeah, man. He's stuck with it. He's stuck with it. It's that you quick to forget. I missed my last 8. Who cares? The 9th one going in. Like that's a scorer's mentality right there. That's what I respect.
All right. Well, with that being said, when do the Wizards play next? We'll see about the scorer's mentality. They play Thursday against the Kings, and it's on
have
ESPN.
like 28. He's gonna have like 28.
Yeah. He's gonna have like 3-4 dunks in the first quarter. He's gonna attack.
Yeah,
but see, that's my only thing with Sarr though. And I was out like even when I was watching him when he was in Australia. My thing is, I just didn't get enough dunks from him. I'm expecting a 7-1 guy. I'm expecting more lobs, more tip dunks, more just everything. And that's my only criticism of him is I would like to see more dunks.
Yep.
That's it.
Who's his point guard in Washington?
It's gonna be what, Jordan Poole, Bob Carrington.
I was gonna say, I don't know if Jordan Poole is gonna be the guy giving a lot of lobs, and
he got Tyus.
Tyus is a free agent.
I'm going to say Tyus is a free agent.
What's the story with him? Is his price tag too high? I'm wondering what they're doing with him.
Well, he's gonna go somewhere else. It's just all the good teams can only give him minimums.
Right.
He might be stuck on a 1-year deal.
I wonder what the holdup is. And real quick to my man ForLuke in the chat. Yeah, I do rock the ones. Yes, sir, brother.
Is that what you went to go get?
They was right here.
Oh, okay.
There was already right here.
But you was wearing those today already?
No. I rock these when I'm out rocking something else. But yeah, I do rock the ones. I'm a 6 and 13 guy actually though. That's more my style.
6 is my favorite Jays.
Yeah, I'm a 6 and 13 guy though. So anyway, as we were talking about, Tyus Jones, what's the holdup with him, Miles? You talked about him playing on any, first and foremost, him playing on any like playoff team. I mean, who's got really in terms of playoff teams? They ain't really got no money for him. What's his price tag in Washington? That's the question. What is Washington's holdup? Do they look at him like maybe he's not the point guard that we need for the future?
They just got Malcolm Brogdon.
True. So they got your backup point guard right there.
They got Malcolm.
I think Tyus wants to start.
Malcolm might be starting.
Tyus ain't starting unless you send him to another bad team. But even the Spurs, they just got Chris Paul. Like the Hornets got LaMelo. The Pistons got Cade.
They got Cassidy down there.
Suns?
Yeah.
They got
the Suns picked up Monte Morris. They already got their backup point guard.
Mm-hmm.
So they chilling. What other bad team? Chicago got Josh Giddey. Brooklyn are working out Killian Hayes. So they on full tank. They've committed to the Cooper Flag team.
He'd be a good spot for him though.
No, he's not going to another team that's tanking. Brooklyn have fully committed to Cooper Flag or bust.
Oh,
they're doing everything they can to win 6 games.
They are in the Cooper Flag.
Yeah,
yes,
Tyus Jones ain't going there. Boston is like that's self-explanatory. Now we're getting to the good teams.
The Bucks are working out. What you call it? The Bucks are working out John Wall.
Yeah, I seen that.
Give me Tyus Jones over John Wall.
What, Damo? What's going on right now? What am I?
They did sign DeLon Wright to a 1-year deal, so I think that's their official backup guard. But if they need a third string guard, I mean, they're working. They're working out John Wall.
Yeah, John Wall can be a veteran.
Didn't they just bag Gary Trent too?
Yeah, they got Gary Trent.
They got Gary Trent.
Yeah, we got Gary Trent.
And hey, Torian Prince reunited with Darvin Ham. It's a match made in heaven. It's a match made in heaven. I'm telling you, it's a match made in heaven.
Get Lumphead off my.
Drink more water
Nnaji.
said the Bucks have no more roster spots, so John Wall just working out for the sake of.
They could
working out.
easily. I'm not saying they could easily cut somebody. Let's not act like it's not the all season.
But yeah,
Wouldn't matter.
no team, none of the good teams need Tyus Jones. Most of the bad teams either have their point guard or are tanking so hard they don't need Tyus Jones. Like, I don't know where he's gonna go, but he's not gonna start anywhere. I can assure that.
John Wall ain't that old neither.
He's not.
2010 draft, what is he like? 33?
33. Yeah, 33.
Yeah.
Maybe 34. Maybe.
He'll be 34 on opening night.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. He'll be 34 on opening night. So I think he could probably help somebody in terms of being a vet like that. But in terms of playing, I think that those days are over.
Yeah. Probably.
Last night, was it any other prospects in the summer league that stuck out to any of you guys?
Mm-hmm.
AJ Johnson, right, Doman?
Big AJ Johnson. What did he finish with? I know he had 15 when I tweeted.
22, 23.
God damn right. Wait, how many shots he take? Hold on.
9 for 18, man. Come on. I know my
9
man.
for 18?
9 for 18.
Okay.
3 for
Okay.
5 from Trent.
Okay. Hey, Ron, listen. We're going to have to do a lot of fighting for AJ this year. Because the way people been acting about our guy, not my, I can't even say my guy because both of us was looking at him. Our guy, AJ Johnson.
Yeah.
People are disrespectful. They treating him like Bronny James. It's crazy. I don't even. It's insane.
My only issue with the AJ pick, and I've said it many times, is not that I think he's terrible.
You did think he was terrible, Mars. You did.
No,
You see how Hit Dog start hollering? You see how Hit Dog start hollering?
Because what I said was what? Oh, because I knew you acted me on Twitter. Don't act like I'm just saying this for no reason. What I said was, right now, he's not gonna help the Bucks win games in the regular season. He's not ready to be in the league right now. The upside, I see it. I think there's potential with him down the line. I just don't know why the Bucks would make a pick solely based on potential. I just think the Bucks is a bad fit for him. If he would have went to another team that would have gave him the chance to develop, whether that's giving him NBA minutes or just actually being patient with him, he can become a good player. I think AJ can become a good player. Just right now, I highly doubt he's going to play any meaningful minutes in his first season. Highly doubt it. Probably going to be on the Bucks G League affiliate. And I think there was other situations where a team that's pretty bad, like the Brooklyn Nets, could have given him minutes in the league. But that's my concern with the AJ Johnson pick. Not that I think he's just going to be terrible forever, but I do think he's going to be bad in his rookie year if he does see the floor.
I love that you cleaned that up too, Mars, because
I said that at the time.
Actually, no, you didn't. You said it was a terrible pick.
It was.
What are they doing?
Yes.
But what you're doing is,
and these are the reasons I said why it was a terrible
you cleaned it up real good.
You putting the Band-Aid over it, huh?
No, because I said it was a terrible pick for these reasons. I said it was a terrible pick for the reasons I just said. I never said it was a terrible pick because he's a bad player. I said it's a terrible pick because the Bucks do not need a project player, which is what he is. And Ryan Dunn was right there. But that's why I said it was a terrible pick. But not because I think he has no potential or no future. It's because the present is just going to be bad. And I think the Bucks don't need someone whose present is going to be bad. They need someone whose present is going to be to come in right away and contribute. That's why I said it was a bad pick. So, hey, I make sure I speak my truth. So you can't come back. Remember you said this. No, because I know what I said.
Let's be clear. I do think the Milwaukee Bucks made a mistake passing on Dunn. I do think that he was the perimeter defender that would really help them immediately. But with that being said, what's the plan moving forward with AJ? Because you were pretty high on this kid.
Very high.
You are pretty high on this kid. And for all intents and purposes, I made the mistake last year of letting G.G. Jackson go on one end and out the other. I did do that. So I'm not sure I want to make that mistake again. So I'm going to pay
Remember
attention.
he told you about James Nnaji? Where James Nnaji?
Whoa. Context.
Okay, first and foremost, he didn't tell me about Nnaji. I paid attention to Nnaji before.
Yeah, Chill was a Nnaji guy. Chill was.
Not only that, that Charlotte Summer League team was a animal house. That's what.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Don't give James Nnaji all this bell. Don't give James Nnaji all this bell.
Why not?
He literally left. He said, "I don't want to do this. I'm going." Hey,
Domo said
I'm out.
first year
I'm
back
out.
up to AD. That's what you said. First year he could be a backup to AD. He played.
He could.
He played.
If he was on the Lakers,
Is he starting in Spain?
I don't know. I'm not keeping over.
I bet he is.
If he was on the Lakers,
Let's check. If you're wrong, you're
I'm going to check right now.
I bet you, Mars. Last year, if he was on the Lakers Summer League team, he'd still be in the league right now.
Nah,
I bet you that. Because one, he would have played behind Anthony Davis. How effective he would have been under Darvin Ham? Okay, that's.
He's playing 5 minutes a game.
It's racism.
Yo, he playing 5 minutes a game for Barcelona, and you telling me he's playing in the league?
Racism.
Did Barcelona win the Euro Cup last year? Did they win the Euro League?
He played back up to Willie Hernandez.
They finished Final Four every year.
Right.
Didn't Willie win the MVP of the FIBA games at one point?
Nice though. Willie's
Willie's
nice.
Is that who he's playing behind?
Morris.
Jan Vesely's a dog. Jan Vesely's a dog. He did not get the right opportunity in the league. Respect Jan Vesely.
Mars, European Jan Vesely and Willie Holmgren is completely
dogs.
different. NBA version.
Tell him,
Mars completely different. No, I get how it looks
because people remember Jan Vesely being that top 5, top 7 pick in the draft, and people remember Willie Hernangomez being in the league. That's why I said those guys' names. He's playing less minutes than Dario Brizuela.
Got nothing for you there.
Sound like
Oriol Pauli.
Sound like
Oscar
racist.
De Silva. Oh,
Racism.
remember Alex Sabrinas from OKC? Remember Alex Sabrinas from OKC? He over there in Barcelona. Playing less minutes than him. Rokas Jokubaitis.
I haven't heard one black name.
He playing in the summer league right now. Jokubaitis.
Joel Para. Rubio played a little bit this year, but he obviously retired. Jan Vesely.
Did he get more burn?
Yeah, Rubio was playing 19 minutes.
Of course he did. Racism. I'm telling you.
No, Rubio good at basketball.
James Nnaji is in a racist situation right now.
He playing less minutes than Nicholas Laprovito.
He shouldn't be.
Jabari Parker, obviously, and then Thomas Satoransky.
Jabari Parker. No. You want to know how I know it's racism? Because when they asked Jabari, how does he feel playing over here? Does he miss him? He started crying. That's how I know there's racism going on over there. He literally broke down crying, thinking about his time in Barcelona that year. He's like, you know what? It's been that hard for him. It's got to be racism.
Of all the people who played double-digit games for Barcelona in all competitions, would you care to guess who played the least amount of minutes?
Let me guess. James Nnaji.
Ding, ding, ding! Well done. Yes, the least amount of minutes on the team. But he can back up AD in year one. Man, you were wrong. You were wrong.
I wasn't wrong.
Mars, if I'm not mistaken, did the EuroLeague MVP basically develop splinters on his ass up in Sacramento? And he's going back to the EuroLeague and he's going to kick ass again? Is that not okay? So why is it ridiculous to think that a guy who was not getting burned in the EuroLeague as a big, for the not necessarily the reasons that Damo talking about, but could be used in the NBA as a legit backup big? Why is that ridiculous to think?
And let me add on to that. Let's remember. No. Let's remember.
Look, chill. You bring up Sacramento, and all of a sudden, look.
Here we go.
But let's remember who we're talking about, though. Please. Let's remember who I was comparing him to being a backup big. It was James Nnaji or Wyndon Gabriel. The bar was so low. It was such a low bar. I was talking about him versus Wyndon Gabriel. Anybody was a better backup big.
Wyndon Gabriel would average more than 7 minutes a game at Barcelona.
I know one thing. When you stop about to go up with South Sudan, get the plane.
I need Wenyen sign that contract in Barcelona.
Where was Wyndon Gabriel last year?
Let's see. Wenyen Gabriel
he was still in the league, right?
Was he in Orlando? No, he wasn't.
He played a couple games for Memphis, but that's not.
I thought he was in Orlando.
Let's see if he played over. Damn, he hasn't played overseas. Oh, that's crazy.
He hasn't played. Oh, he wasn't overseas last year.
Nah.
He played 5 games for Memphis, and that was it. And then sat his ass.
He was in the G League with the Bucks affiliate.
How many minutes was he averaging?
34.
He's playing almost the whole. He's playing a lot of minutes.
34 minutes a game. Yeah.
What was he averaging though? What was the numbers looking like? I'm ready to hate.
He averaged 17 and 10.
God damn.
Win-yin.
Shot 45% from 3 on 3 attempts a game.
Win-yin.
53% from the field.
I'm telling y'all, breakout summer with South Sudan.
Come on, man.
Man, Scoot Henderson had good numbers in the G League. He was blind. I don't believe it. I don't trust it. I don't trust
the numbers were bad. You would have been like,
blind.
see, you were wrong about Nnaji, man. You were wong about Nnaji, man. That's what I can tell you. You're wrong about Nnaji.
Fellas, speaking of the Charlotte Hornets Summer League team, they're actually undefeated this year. They've only played 2 games, but they're 2-0 right now. They do play Boston later tonight, so we'll see how that game goes. But shout out Nick Smith. He had 21 points last night, 6 rebounds, and Mars's main man, Tijan Salan, had a double-double last night in 18 minutes.
Nick Smith shot 22 shots to get 21 points, and that's why James Nnaji left. That's why James Nnaji left. It took him 22 shots to get 22 points, and that's who he's sitting here sharing locker rooms with. Shout out to Lonzo. I didn't know he had a double-double that game. That was dope. He's still French Kevin Knox.
I got to take Barcelona. I got to take Barcelona off the bucket list because now Damo done got me shook about going to Barcelona.
Man, he trying to use racism to explain.
Once I seen Jabari crying, I was like, "Nah, there's something going on over there we don't know about." Now James Nnaji not getting ticked.
Hey, to Damo's defense, people have said they've got.
Oh no, Ox, I might have to take Barcelona off the bucket list.
Man, people say everywhere is racist until you go there and you find out it's really not racist, man.
Jabari Parker went over there and really found out.
Domo not about to trick me. He not about to explain James Nnaji not playing on racism. I'm sorry. I'm not playing that.
I'm just saying, man, 1 + 1 is 2. You got a black guy not playing and another black guy crying. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man.
But we do know why Jabari was really crying, though.
I don't know. Why wasn't he really crying?
Because he had gotten another opportunity.
He was happy to be there. Damo said exactly the opposite. He was.
Yeah.
See, Chad,
his career was over.
What?
This is how they get you. They make light of a dark situation. Crazy.
Unbelievable.
If I see James Nnaji playing 7 minutes a game next year,
we're gonna have a conversation. I'll give you that.
All right, fellas. I got some super chats. We're gonna go ahead and dive into these. Salute to everybody that's liked the video. Salute to all of our members. Salute to all of our subscribers, and salute especially to everybody that's right here in this stream right now, having a good old grand time with us. My man Tito El Bandito from the top said, "What's up, panel? Chill. How good was Scottie Pippen? My brother has been brainwashed by Scap Attack and now believes." And now believes Scottie is the most overrated wing all time.
Is Scap Attack the person who be hating on LeBron James?
Yes, okay, yeah. He's part of that crowd.
So he's dismissing Scottie to push the MJ propaganda. Is that
talk about it.
I've heard the name and I've heard them like affiliated.
What did he try to? Wouldn't he want to boost up Scottie though?
No, because MJ did it with no one.
Which is
he had no help. He had no
MJ
help.
made Scottie.
There's like a group of them. There's a group of them, Ron. There's Scap Attack. He's a clown. Uncut Boots. You're a clown.
Of course, Jaylen knows all of
there's guys on Twitter. Apex Jones. You're a clown. They're just guys who are like
Apex Jones on Twitter.
Apex Jones the clown, absolute clown show. Like every day, it's just more hate on Bronny James, more hate on LeBron James. They're just like the sons of Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is their daddy. At least Skip Bayless was hating on LeBron when like it wasn't like cool or trendy. He was kind of the OG, so I'll give Skip Bayless some credit. He kind of started it. These guys all follow suit, but these guys are nothing more than clowns who, again, with the Bronny James situation. Oh, the nepotism. He doesn't deserve it. LeBron destroying the league, taking away competition. But guess what? Michael Jordan played baseball for 2 years and used his name to go play in a completely different sport. He used his imaging, his brand name. No one said anything about that. I'm just saying, everyone's saying LeBron James is using his power and influence to ruin the game. He took a spot away from some double-A kid of baseball. But Michael Jordan was a T-ball level player, and he was out there playing double-A baseball. What are they talking about? These guys are ridiculous, absolute clown shows. Hey, if y'all want to come up, you'll get a bear stuff here too. Again, Scap Attack, you a clown. Uncup Suit, you a clown. Apex Jones, you a clown. And everybody else who's hating on the same wavelength, you a clown.
I be seeing Apex Jones all over my timeline. I don't think I've seen a tweet that wasn't about MJ, LeBron, or Kobe ever. Or now Bronny by association.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. But shout out to them, man. Shout out to them.
To answer the question,
thank you,
to answer the question, Scottie Pippen revolutionized the point forward position. There was no point forward before Scottie Pippen. The fact that the triangle offense came about, that enhanced his game even more, because I didn't know that he was the passer that he was. Scottie Pippen's a lot smarter than people give him a lot of credit for. Arguably the best defensive small forward in NBA history. He's one of, I think, 12. I think he's one of 12 guys in NBA history. I think he's one of 12 guys in NBA history to make first team all defense 5 straight years or more. I think he's one of 2 small forwards to make first team all NBA defense 8 straight years. Like there aren't many guys who've done that. Scottie Pippen, one of the best point forward scorers that people don't give him credit for, one of the best transition players that I've ever seen. Not only that, the fact that he was running with Jordan and Jordan was able to put that battery in his back to make him even better than what people thought he was going to be. Because I had no idea who Scottie Pippen was. I was actually at the draft in '87 when he came out. I didn't know who this guy was, but his ability to get downhill, not only his ability to get downhill, his ability to affect the game without even scoring a lot, just being a defender, being a facilitator, being a playmaker is unmatched. There aren't many guys who can do that. Scottie Pippen, for 3 of the 6 NBA championships that the Bulls won, Scottie Pippen in the Eastern Conference Championship in the NBA Finals averaged 21, 9, and 7. That's almost 20 and 10 in that time that you're getting from your second best player. That's a pretty big deal, including games where in the closeout game against the Lakers in Game 5, he went 29-11. So, I mean, you got a guy in Scottie Pippen who could basically do everything on the floor and affect the game defensively. I think he's a top 5 small forward all time. Scottie Pippen was fantastic.
Fellas, what I want to do right now is I want to take Scottie Pippen at his apex. So what we can say 94, your Jordan wasn't there?
Okay.
And I want to build a team currently around him. Now, here's what we have to do. We could say what you want to say. Scottie's a stretch 4, or do we want to keep him at the 3?
I'm keeping him at the point forward spot.
Small forward.
Yeah,
all right, small forward. So we got Scottie at the small forward.
Mm-hmm.
I need a coach, and I need 4 other starters next to him. But here's the thing: Scottie has to be the best player on the team.
He's always been. He was always the best player on his team. That ain't hard to do, Ron.
I agree with Ox.
On the team.
Wait, with players from today?
Yes, and in today's game. In today's
okay,
game.
okay. Easy. Here we go. Lonzo Ball at the 1. Obviously,
He's not the best player on the team anymore.
I mean, Mars. I want to
focus, Damo. You good?
Lonzo Ball at the 1. At the 2, again, he got to be the best player on the team. Devin Booker. At the 3,
hell yeah.
He's at the 3. At the 4,
at the 3.
Aaron Gordon.
You can get.
Don't worry. He clears Aaron Gordon.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of fit. Do I want somebody in the dunker spot right there?
I was actually thinking Jaren Jackson. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, I like that. I
was thinking Jaren Jackson.
I wanted to say Jeremy Grant at first, but
no, I think he's a 3. I think Jeremy Grant is a 3 more than he is a 4. But keep going. I'm listening to you.
Okay. And at the 5,
put Chet.
I need a bucket.
Then he wouldn't be the best player on the team.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all crazy.
Send him to hell, Ron. Ron, send him to hell.
Yes, he would. 100%.
Nah, let's go chat. Let's go chat. I like Chet.
Damn, who's your Scotty's the best rebounder on the team?
You can throw Bam at the 4, Chet at the 5. If you do that.
Do like that.
Who needs rebounds when you getting buckets? Buckets and stops. You don't need rebounds.
What's that team right now? One more time.
Oh, Lonzo, Booker, Scottie, Aaron Gordon, Chet.
Yeah, I like the chat though. Switch Lonzo with Drew Holiday. I'm not mad at that.
Nah. Chat don't know what they're talking about.
Swap Lonzo with a worse player.
That's what I'm saying. What was the point of
that?
Better passer, better shooter, better order. What are we talking about?
Can't walk.
Can I swap?
We get 35 game 2022 Lonzo. That's what we get.
Come on, man. You get
If I swap Lonzo for Tyrese Halliburton, because I got a distributor in Halliburton and I also got a distributor in Scottie Pippen, and I got a guy in Halliburton who can knock down open shots, and he can also get a bunch of different guys. I've seen Halliburton knock down open shots.
What's Lonzo? Is he not those things?
Lonzo,
facilitator, get guys involved, make open shots. Is
Sure.
that
And
played
immaculate
defense.
defense.
but we know
He's just not an Olympian, and he's never been to the Eastern Conference Finals.
And Scottie
That's all
Pippen
it
hasn't played in
is.
20 years, so I don't want to hear that. We know Lonzo does all of those things.
yes, he does,
Every
Mars.
single one of
Where
them.
Yes, he does. But
And he plays better, way better, like
Way better
world's
defense.
better
oh,
defense.
the defense
That's the
isn't even
and,
close.
and that's a separator. And if you got a backcourt with Devin Booker, I mean, at least in my case, a backcourt with Devin Booker, I don't need two guards to not play defense. A backcourt with Halliburton and Devin Booker is wild.
Well, I mean, you got Scottie Pippen
I
and
get your
Chet.
point, I get
Who
your
needs
point, I get
defense when you got Scottie Pippen and Chet?
See, and that mentality is flawed. We need everyone to
And Jaren Jackson.
Facts.
Oh no, Aaron Gordon.
Where does
Aaron
where
Gordon?
does
Aaron
Scottie
Gordon.
Pippen-
Aaron Gordon.
where
We're
does
not
Scottie
having
Pippen
guys
rank in
who
the
now
players
Chet
today?
has to clean up because Halliburton can't guard anything.
That's
You
your
know,
job.
we're gonna have elite
That's your
defense,
job anyway.
followed by elite defense, followed by more elite defense. That's what we want.
Facts.
If
Scottie
Scottie
defense everywhere.
If Scottie Pippen
He's
is
top
the
five,
today,
brother.
top 5 player in the league today,
Yes.
That's what I'm not gonna lie. That's
Top 5 small
Well, I-
forwards, maybe.
for what I
No.
expected from
I
saying
think he's
top 5 is
I think top
he's
10. I mean,
being-
let me see.
he's lower. I expected him to say the best player in the league. So
If everybody's healthy, are we considering the fact that
If everyone's
Embiid and
healthy,
Kawhi
today,
gonna be hurt?
Embiid, Jokic, Luka.
No, we're all in. He's definitely a top 10 player in the game.
Top 10, yeah, I think
Absolutely.
top 10.
I'll
I
give
think
you top
top
10.
10.
He's definitely a
I think
top 10
10 for
player.
sure.
Top 5.
With everybody healthy?
definitely.
Yes, he's definitely a top 10
So
player.
Scottie,
Yeah.
okay. So
He's
Scottie
better than
Pippen is better than LeBron James.
Today, so
Yeah.
hell yeah.
39-year-old LeBron James and
Yes,
Scottie
this
Pippen, 1990.
LeBron.
Once
Yeah,
again,
I
Mars,
got Scottie.
we're-
You know what?
we're talking about it. We're
Scottie, I'm not
talking
mad.
about a different era. We're talking about a more wide open era. We're talking about a faster paced era. We're talking about more scoring. 39-year-old LeBron James is not better than Scottie Pippen in 1993-94. No, he is not.
So
Not
now
even
we
close.
change.
Not even
So
close.
Scottie-
So-
So Scottie
okay,
Gang
so-
get an update.
No.
So he steps through the time portal with an update. I feel
So
it.
that wide.
Well,
so
no.
So,
See,
but
here's the thing.
if we
Keep going,
understand
Mars,
that,
keep going,
if we
because I
understand
wanna-
that wide
I wanna
open
get
game, that wide open game is going to benefit Scottie in transition.
Yep.
He's gonna have more shooting around him, easier for him to make reads and all those things.
Sure.
On the flip side, we have to acknowledge the wide open game is going to make his defense worse
Why? Because he's more isolated.
No.
because he has more space to have to cover.
Okay.
We
so
can't
with that-
say wide open makes the offense easier, but
Right.
it doesn't make the defense harder.
Okay. So
Not for Scottie. Not for Scottie.
So two
Scottie
things.
can't.
Damo,
Oh, go ahead.
Not for
Go ahead.
Scottie.
Go ahead, Chill. Go ahead, Chill. Go ahead,
You
Chill.
had just said something, Damo. I want to get back to what you just said the first time.
Mhm.
Literally just said something.
Oh, that his game is. So he's going to step through the time portal
Right.
with an update.
Okay, so now we already know Pippen can knock down the long ball because he could knock down the long ball. He definitely
Mhm.
can do that. He had a money mid-range game. Scottie Pippen developed that, right?
Mhm.
We already saw him in transition. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fast forward that guy to from 1993-94. We're going to put him in 23-24, and he's going to do that stuff even more. That's not going to get worse. So because that's not going to get worse.
The best
when he's-
perimeter defender.
I
in the
feel
league
it.
today.
No. I definitely understand that, but something I do want to touch on again. If we're just taking Scottie Pippen, he went to sleep in 94 and woke up in 24. So he still has the same mindset.
We basically
He's
put him
playing the
on ice.
game. We're playing the game the same way.
Yep.
I do agree he'll still be a phenomenal player.
Sure.
I'm not taking it, and I could even hear the argument of him being top 10. But to think that his defense isn't going to get worse because the way they play defense made it easier to play defense back then.
Sure.
The rules, the way the game was played, how everyone's mindset was playing the game,
Right.
it made it easier. Just the mindset change of how players are playing today would throw Scottie off, especially if you're talking about Scottie being the best defender on the team. If he's the best perimeter defender, and God forbid he's on a team that doesn't have a strong rim protector,
Right.
he's used to funneling guys into the paint and having that big there, certain defensive advantages, not defensive advantages, but certain ways defenses were allowed to play back then. Totally different now. So the learning curve alone is gonna set him back for at least, I don't know, at least half.
So after the
I
learning
don't
curve,
think,
that's
That's
what-
just me.
Damo, I don't think it's going to
What
take
learning
that long.
curve?
And I'm glad you brought that up, Damo. 'cause
One learning curve. Oh, go ahead, Chuck. Go ahead.
That's an interesting point you brought up. So now Scottie being one of the best, if not the best, isolation defender. He was a great one-on-one defender. Now, the fact that the floor is so wide open and how much more guys are switchable, Scottie doesn't really have to worry about that as much because one, he was great at getting through screens. He was great at navigating through screens. He was great at recovery and beating guys to spots. So the fact that the floor is more wide open, that gives Scottie even more room to roam. That gives Scottie even more room to help off of guys, block shots more, get in passing lanes more, especially how the ball moves and Scottie's ability to anticipate. I think that he'd be one of the better steal leaders in the game because of how the ball moves. I think he'd be one of the better shot blocking small forwards in the game off the strength of that. Now what you're talking about is you're talking about putting a guy who his strengths, now don't get me wrong, Damo, I will agree with you that the stuff like hand checking and being more physical, that's going to be an adjustment, all right, because I'm used to doing that. And now I can't put my hands on guys as much. Right now, I can't body guys as much because I can't do that anymore. But I don't think the adjustment period would take Scottie that long because at the end, I can't believe I'm saying this because I really just got an argument with Ox about this yesterday. It is basketball. It is. It is.
I feel it. And I get it as just basketball, but how long is it going to take for him to realize when he's seeing a 6'8" LaMelo Ball coming down the court and the way he's dribbling, he's like, we're going to allow this?
Scottie's not worried about LaMelo Ball.
He's not carrying him, bro. Stop it.
He's not carrying? Ref.
He's not worried about LaMelo Ball. He's not worried about LaMelo.
He's not worried about LaMelo Ball. Okay.
No. He's gonna take the ball from LaMelo.
Jordan Poole gonna come down and hit one of these, and he's gonna think, what the hell what is this wizardry y'all are allowing to happen? What are we doing?
Scottie Pippen never played against
the
Penny
players
Hardaway,
today have an issue with what Jordan Poole's doing. So Jordan Poole's kind of extended.
Y'all are saying people.
He never
played against Kobe.
Come on, man.
Scottie seen Kobe.
Penny dribbles nothing like. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that they have better handles. I'm saying the liberties players are giving out a dribble and how they dribble. Penny was not dribbling like that.
That's just not impressive. They're just wasting dribbles, Damo. Who cares?
I'm not saying it's impressive. I think you're missing the point. You're missing my point.
Damo, I'm not missing the point. What I'm saying is, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying is like, so if you see somebody do this, he's gonna be like, oh my God. No, Damo.
I'm not saying he's getting scared. I'm saying he's gonna be confused about how are y'all allowing this to happen. Is that not a carry? What are the rules now?
Okay. After 2 times and say, okay, you're not calling that. He's just gonna be like, okay, LaMelo, give me that. Okay, like you want to do it again? Okay, here. I'll take that. I want to. You don't, young man. You don't know what you're doing with that. Give it to me.
Okay. Scottie Pippen's 3 best years shooting a 3, 37.5%, 36.8%, and 34.5%. Those are his 3 best years in terms of 3-point percentage. They're also like 3 of his top 5 in shooting volume. Do you know what those 3 years have in common?
3-point line was closer?
Yes. All 3 of his best shooting seasons are with the closer 3-point line. The 94 version of Scottie Pippen that we used shot 32% from 3.
Sure.
That's what he
shot. How many threes was he getting up, Mars? That's
2.5 a game.
Okay, 2.5 a game. What type of and with that also being said, what kind of spacing did we have? During that time.
They weren't guarding Scottie Pippen at the 3-point.
Right.
He shot open threes. He shot 32% on open threes.
And think about how many more open threes he's going to have during this time. And there's different
wanting him to shoot,
but there's different looks that when we talk about open threes, there's going to be different looks. Ways. Yeah, yes. They're going to come.
The way they're going to come in today's game, let him shoot.
There were players. I'm not over this whole him adapting to the game easily thing. There were players that came in the league between 2010 and 2014 that could not adapt by 2016, and y'all telling me, off the top of my head, Thomas Robinson, just Kenneth Faried, players like that, power forwards who in the mid 2000s, late 2000s were just, hey, we're gonna have this 6'8" guy that can just rebound the hell out the basketball and get us rebounds. When it came time for guys like that to have to be able to shoot, Brook Lopez was able to do it. Al Horford was able to do it. There were players able to adapt, but there were a lot of other guys that weren't able to adapt. And I'm just using those as examples. Jared Sullinger is probably another good example. Mm-hmm. If y'all are telling me there are guys that were drafted in 2010, 2011, 2012 that did not adapt to the game in their season, midway through their career, I'm not seeing how Scottie Pippen, where there is a total different mindset in how they were playing and just how he was brought up playing the game, I don't think he's just going to come in today and be like, Oh, we're shooting threes now? Bet money. Like, no. He's still going to want to pull up midi. He's going to miss 2 of them. And then the analytics guys are going to run down the bench. Hey, get his ass out the game real quick. We got to talk to him. Because we got to talk to you about these analytics, because the analytics say, and then Scotty's going to smack some guy's glasses off because you're talking about analytics when he's trying to play basketball. Like, that's the realistic. That's how I really feel like it will go. I don't understand how we're just saying, oh, nah, Scotty's going to hoop. He going to adapt. He going to play like it's today's game and be fine. When there were players playing in today's game that couldn't even adjust to today's game.
Yeah, those mid-range jumpers that, well, unfortunately, we don't have the numbers that I can go to for 94 because they didn't track it until 97.
Right.
But the last 2 years in Chicago for Scottie Pippen, worse player than he was in the previous years, undoubtedly. He shot 40% from 10 to 16 feet and 47% on jump shots from deep 16 feet to the 3-point line. That was about, 15 plus 18? What's that? 33? About a third of his shots came from those areas.
Mm-hmm.
In total, he shot about 43% on them. Teams don't want that. Teams don't want a player taking a third of their shots from mid-range, shooting 43%. They don't want that. Then in the playoffs, it got worse. The last 2 years in Chicago, 26% from 10 to 16 feet, 31% on 16 feet to the 3-point line. Once again, that's 19 plus 11, 30% of his shots from that area. He shot about 28, 29%. Right. Teams don't want that. Not saying Scotty couldn't make mid-range jumpers. What I'm saying is, in order for teams to feel like you're justifying mid-range attempts, Kevin Durant, DeMar DeRozan, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, the percentages you have to shoot on mid-range jumpers to make it worthwhile for those teams and their analytics department is not 43%. It's not 29%. That's not the percentage that would justify it. Now, the counter argument is, with more space, Scottie Pippen will shoot better in the mid-range because teams concede mid-range jumpers more. That's just their way of attack. He'll shoot better from the mid-range. But there's still being a third of his shot diet. Teams are going to tell him to either get all the way to the rim, get to the free throw line, or shoot threes. That's just how teams operate today. He didn't shoot the 3 very well. So it would have to be drive, get to the free throw line, and finish at the rim. Because him shooting 7 threes a game is not optimal for anyone who's a Scottie Pippen fan or anyone who's a Scottie Pippen hater. Can all agree we don't want Scottie Pippen shooting 7 or 8 threes a game. I won't
argue that part. That I won't argue.
So his game would have to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that goes for all players though. Like when you're changing players from eras, you would have to adjust your game. I think that's the thing that's the problem with comparisons.
Which is why I hate these comparisons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'd have to kind of be like, if they grew up in this era, obviously their games would be a little different. But if you take the kind of just the overall impact of his skill set, what he's able to do on the game, and you put it to today, I still think again top 5. It's a debate, interesting one for that 5th spot, but top 10 I think for sure Scottie Pippen.
I just can't get the clear image out of my mind of a dude running from all the way on the other side of the bench with papers in his hands. Like, get this nigga out the game. He's messing up our analytics. Every time I think of Scottie Pippen,
is Scottie Pippen better than Jason Tatum? Is Scottie Pippen better than Jason Tatum today?
If he's better than LeBron, he has to.
Yes, Jaylen, he is.
Yes.
Which is like he's better than LeBron to me, but I mean,
Jaylen, he's better than Jason Tatum. Don't let nobody convince you otherwise.
I think Scottie would be the second. I think he'd be the second. No, I think Scottie would be the second best defender in the league today, next to Wemby. And offensively, his passing would still be strong.
If he's compared to Wemby, so the best defensive version of Scottie Pippen is not better than second or first year Wemby. Hell no. I'm not doing that.
He wouldn't be better than Anthony Davis on defense in today's game. Unless you think he's causing so much havoc on the weak side.
I think the thing I'm thinking about with his defense, which Mars, this is why this is why you lose me when you talk about the defense, because a lot of times when you talk to me about Kawhi Leonard and Michael Jordan, like you're not really that big on a guy who's a roamer, but then you talk about Anthony Davis.
I'm big on Giannis.
But you talk about Jordan and his ability to roam and Kawhi Leonard being off ball and roaming, how much you're not that big of a fan of guys who are quote unquote safeties, yet you enhance Anthony Davis.
I'm not one of his best gamblers.
One of his best attributes is being in the safety spot, right? So Scottie Pippen, Right. So Scottie Pippen, who also would be somewhat of a gambler in today's game, but would be more of an on-ball defender, but a definite gambler, which would enhance his defensive game off the strength that how wide open the game is, his ability to get in the passing lanes, his ability to catch guys on weak side, block shots at the rim, because Scottie was fantastic at that, and reading defenses. Wemby isn't there in terms of reading defenses. I've said this to you a bunch of different times already, Jaylen. He's the big kid in the playground with a bunch of little kids. He don't even know his own strength yet.
I think his athleticism can make up for him not being able to read defense.
Right, he doesn't know his own strength. Scottie, on the other hand, does know that stuff. So I think Scottie, when you talk about Anthony Davis, Mars, I think the separator with Anthony Davis may be the rim protection. I think that's where it is. But as far as the paint protection, I wouldn't take that paint protection over what Scottie does, not just in the paint, but on the wing. I'm not sure I'm not sure that I would take that over what he does there. So I don't think the gap is that far. I can get with your logic with the rim protection, because I mean, Anthony Davis, once he blocks shots and recovers after he blocks shots, I saw that against the Knicks. I saw that against even Denver, his ability to do that. But Scottie, like, once he gets beat, Scottie has the unique ability to get back in plays. Not a lot of guys can do that, especially in today's game. And Damo, and I don't want to be long-winded here, but and Damo talked about being transported. It's difficult to transport guys, but if your game as an athlete with a basketball IQ, because a lot of guys couldn't translate the triangle offense, I feel like Scottie could pick the game up today because there isn't a lot of action going on.
I'm more concerned about Scottie's offense being teleported than his defense. I think defensively, like when you're a dog on defense and when you got everything in your tool shed and you that big, you can move like that. I don't think that's an issue. Like,
but Ron, we can't do that though because the rules change. Like, I can't put hands on guys. I can't body guys.
The rules change, but what doesn't change is his defensive instincts. What doesn't change is his ability to move his feet. What doesn't change is his ability to jump in passing lanes, block shots, still cut guys off. Like, okay, yeah, I do have to adjust to not using my hands, so I might get a couple more fouls. But Scottie was still strong nonetheless.
Right.
So Scottie is still dudes like, let's say, I'm just gonna use Giannis for instance. I'm not gonna say Scottie has shut down Giannis, but Scottie's tough enough to body up Giannis, cut him off a couple times. On the block, he's cooked. But I'm saying, I'm just using that as an example. Like Scottie, we brought up LaMelo Ball, for instance. Scottie's bullying LaMelo. Scottie's he's literally gonna put a blanket around LaMelo Ball. It's not gonna be too much he can do. He's gonna need those screens, and he's gonna get those screens. But just in terms of Scottie just being a menace on defense, that I don't see that being too much of an issue. And then on top of that, we seen Jaylen Brown pick up Luka Doncic's full court, and he was disrupting him and stuff like that. Scottie Pippen would do that and be much more effective than Jaylen Brown.
Hands are busier.
I think
bigger body, stronger.
Yeah, hands are busier. Sure, I can get with that. Yep.
I think what we're, because I like to speak both sides. What we are what none of us have mentioned is that Scottie's help defense, like you brought it up, Cho, but Scottie's help defense will be elevated by the fact that there aren't rules limiting him to where he can help. There aren't rules that are saying you can't go beyond here without committing a hard double. He can roam more freely and play looser with the rules. If anyone's watched like the finals against the Jazz, what made Scottie Pippen so elite in that series was how he was able to leverage illegal defense and basically like play on the fringes of he's kind of playing illegal defense, but technically he isn't. And it was like blowing up basically everything.
I'm walking at the line. I'm not crossing that line. I'm just walking.
In today's game, there isn't even a line he has to walk along. He can help hard on people. He's getting deflections, forcing turnovers, taking charges. All of those things are going to be elevated by the fact that there's no limits to what parts of the court he can go to at a certain time. So the playmaking defensively is 1000% going to be there. I do think that the on-ball defense, some of it I think would be better in his era than it would be today, due to the fact that most pick and rolls, a lot of them you could go under. And when he was going up against those quick attackers, Tim Hardaway's, not saying he shot them, they cooked him, but Tim Hardaway's, Grant Hill's, anyone with that quick twitch, quick burst, he wasn't the quickest laterally. He wasn't just staying in front of everyone. And I think he did get blown by quite a bit. But some of it could be, hey, we got two bigs down there. There you go. So, like, some of that, I think he'd look a bit worse in that regard, but I think off the ball, he'd look even better. So then you balance it out to which one is more valuable, and then how many errors is he going to commit off the ball when he is trying to gamble in those passing lanes. And then now those open shots aren't 22-foot mid-range jumpers, they're open threes. And now you got to rotate a rotating defense that's extending further out. Or, like, there's so many components that I think he'd still be an elite defender, all defense, 1,000%, probably be the best wing defender in the league. But he'd be worse in some aspects, and I think he'd be better in others, and it just balances out to somewhat similar result. But offensively, I would have concerns similar to what Ron said.
Ron, can I respond to this? LA Flight said Grant used to cook him. Just so you know, from 1994 to 1998, when Scottie Pippen was with the Bulls and Grant Hill was with Detroit, Grant Hill averaged 21 and 6 against Scottie Pippen in those 4 years. These are how many times they beat the Bulls. Scottie Pippen averaged 22 a game against him. So the idea that he used to cook him, because you saw him cross him over once or twice. Now all of a sudden he's cooking Grant. Grant Hill is cooking him. That's not what was going on. Scottie Pippen was getting busy against Grant Hill too.
With that being said, though, like, that's Grant Hill.
Yeah, Grant Hill might be top 10 in today's
By the way,
like
Grant
Hill was crazy. My point was more so just about guys with that level of burst and accelerate. Like, if Scottie Pippen gets switched on to Ja Morant, like, he's not staying in front of him. He's not quick enough. No one's quick enough to stay in front of Ja Morant. And he's carrying. My point is, against those type, like, the crazy athletes in today's game, he's not going to be able to stay in front of them. And because of how many there are at the guard spot, you can limit your switchability with Scottie Pippen, because he's not going to be able to contain those guys on an island. So then you are going to have to send help, just like you would with anyone else when Ja Morant's on an island. And now the rotations are longer, which is what I've been alluding to. That's what makes the defense harder, which is why I think his on-ball defense would be less effective in today's game. Not that he'd be a liability, Trae Young out there, but it would be less effective because of the attackers we have on the perimeter and how heavy it is on pick and roll, switching, getting matchups, all of those things. I think his on-ball defense would suffer, but his off-ball defense, I think, would be better, and then it balances out. So, yeah, I guess I said all of that to say he'd be a very good defender anyway. So, yeah.
All right, y'all.
I just want to say Grant Hill better than SGA, better than Anthony Edwards, and better than Devin Booker.
He not bad in shape, but I mean, I guess
I'm fine with that.
That's the one I struggle with is SGA.
The SGA. I
have no struggle with that, Jaylen. I'm 100% stand with you on that.
Ron, you remember Grant Hill, yo, before the injuries?
You remember SGA before they got eliminated?
Yes, we
just saying, like. Hey, we've seen two. I don't think we talk enough about SGA and what he did.
He's nice. I ain't gonna fight that. He is nice.
SGA for real put in work these last 2 seasons.
Yeah, he's nice. I ain't gonna argue that.
Chill. That's 82
I'm
games.
Not gonna argue that.
Back-to-back seasons.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue that.
30 a night for back-to-back seasons.
Yeah, he's awesome. I won't argue that.
Grant Hill doing everything on the floor though. Like
he not playing defense, but I mean, I guess
that's true.
So everything on offense, except shooting.
When he was on the Suns, he was playing that defense. I'm just saying, I understand what the Pistons he wasn't.
Super Grant Hill, okay, Super Grant Hill.
We're doing Grant Hill on the Suns playing defense.
Mm-hmm. You mean
all right? Shout out to everybody.
Jason Tatum. That's who you mean? Do you mean world champion, NBA champion Jason Tatum? Is he nicer than him? So we can have that conversation.
Shout out to everybody that's in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Shout out to all of our members, but then specifically, let me give a big shout out to our Hall of Famers. I got my man Cobra Son of Raditz, Dorian Clayton, Mikhail, Jerry Allity, and Kendall Daniels. Y'all know Hall of Fame Fridays is coming up. Friday's a couple days away. Need one of you guys up here. So y'all hit me up. My man Dorian already hit me up, but one of you other guys hit me up. Y'all come get on the show. Come kick it with us for a little bit. We would love to have y'all up here. We got a couple other super chats as well. And before we get there, PCL is right around the corner. Got to give a big shout out to that. Y'all stay tuned. Next Wednesday, a week from now, PCL will officially kick off. We will release the schedule here pretty soon. We will release the contestants that will be in here fairly soon. Y'all just be patient. Stick around. It will be $1,000 on the line and some of your favorite panelists there too. And 2 wild cards who will be announced very soon. So y'all put your seatbelts on. It's going to be a wild ride for these next 7 weeks. Jamal sent through a super chat. He said, really loving a Dan Bona draft pick for my team. You know what Dan Bona?
On Philly.
Yeah, big on Philly.
I think he has the tools to be a solid pro. Can learn behind Joel and Andre as well.
Yeah, I like him.
I spoke about him last week when talking about Philly. His motor is exceptional. He's the one who went to UCLA.
Okay.
Yeah, he played with it was Jaylen Clark, Pac-10 Defense Player of the Year, then him the next year. So yeah, he's very, very, very good. The motor's great. Very, very athletic. Now there's some issues in terms of feel for the game, but just in terms of effort and hustle, I mean, he can compete. Just got to learn the game. But behind Joel, he spoke about like Joel's influence and stuff too. So like behind Joel, Andre Drummond to a lesser degree, but behind Joel, yeah, he can learn a lot. I'm excited to see what he can become.
Hemi said, at least Reese can rebound her bricks. At least Bronny has Call of Duty. At least Kwame could set screens. At least Wiseman could dunk.
He's talking about Sarr.
Shout out to Bronny though, winning the Call of Duty tournament at Summer League. So shout out to Bronny.
For real.
He might be the best Call of Duty player in the league. So
yo, video games ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that kid. Man.
Hold up. Who was all in the tournament? Was it all just NBA players?
It's actually a sport, ain't it?
He beat esports, yeah. He beat Grant. Oh my god.
It's a sport, yeah.
He beat
Grant
people
get paid to do it. I don't know much like 2K and all of that stuff. I would be like,
hey, they get paid 7 figures, Joe.
So he beat other NBA players. I wanna be correct. He beat other NBA players. He didn't beat real.
Not real
gamers.
Yeah.
Right. He's the best. He might be the best Call of Duty player in the NBA. Yeah, possibly. So, how many players in the league can say they're the best at something among everyone in the league?
It's very true.
I'm just saying, not many can say that.
Shout out Bronny.
Serbia are winning. Sorry, Serbia are winning right now.
that super chat is wild as hell right there, Ron. That super chat is wild. What?
Brian Pumper said, no one can convince me that Jared McCain is anything more than a sassy Killian Hayes.
Man, not wrong with being sassy.
What?
Be you.
Man. I like Jared's game. I mean, Jared's game ain't bad to me. So
I wouldn't compare him to Killian Hayes. I think he's just an extreme, like the most budget version of Reed Shepherd. That's how I
low key.
Like extreme budget Reed Shepherd. Like major budget.
I ain't gonna lie, the hate he gets is very telling about a lot of people.
Oh, but that's to be expected.
Nah, it's very telling about a lot of people about the reasons they be hating on him. Because as soon as you get to people, and look at him with his painted nails, you ain't even talking about basketball no more. Like, what are we really on right now?
Yeah, he missed a shot.
That's the problem. Yeah. That's the problem, Damo, is that it's going to be hard to get a fair assessment of the kid because of that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, what I'm saying, I'm agreeing with you. I'm like a lot of it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to get a fair assessment.
People are already going to have their bias away.
But then on top of that too, the problem with things like that is if he does play bad, which I'm not judging nobody off the summer league. I want to wait and see what happens, this season, right? If he does play bad, it's gonna be hard to say he played bad because then people are going to say, you're only saying that because he got pink nails, like. So
well, I mean, if you talking ball, you talking ball, and I'm fine with that. People talking about his game. I've heard people have criticisms about his game. I had criticisms about his game because I didn't want the Lakers to take him, so I had criticisms about his game. Yeah, I have no problem with that. It's the people that start. It's the people like the person that dropped the super chat that bring up sassy, like call him sassy. They bring up the off court, they bring up the TikToks, they bring up everything else, the nail deal. When you start bringing that up into why he's playing bad or why you don't like him, that's very telling. Like
we should be able to separate them, right? But facts. I think we can all agree that sometimes he gets in front of that camera and be a little sassy. And that don't got nothing to do with basketball. Nothing to do with basketball at all. I don't got no problem with the kid. I wish him nothing but the best. Honestly, I do. I want to wait till the season starts because I think he's got a good skill set. And I think he got potential to be a really good basketball player. Basketball player.
Damo, I bring up the fact that he paints his nails. All right, I ain't with that. Okay, now I'm off that. Dennis Rodman painted his nails. Dennis Rodman wore dresses, right? Mm-hmm. I ain't with that neither. But I got off that real quick because his ability to rebound overshadows that. His ability to defend overshadows that. The fact that you paint your nails, I ain't with that. I don't care about that. That's I ain't with that. I want to see you rock. And if you can't rock, it ain't gonna be because you paint your nails or you wear dresses.
Absolutely with that,
No.
Chill. Absolutely with that. And that's what the conversation should be. But there are too many people that I've seen where the conversation stops
Right.
at the TikToks and the nails. Like that's they don't get past that with why they don't like him. They don't get past that. Well, why he not even why they don't like him. You don't want to like him because he paints his nail cool. If that's you about to demean his game, no, I mean, hey, people don't like what they don't like. I'm not about to tell you what you can. Hey, cool. That cool as in do you.
Right.
But if you're criticizing his game and and you don't get past his nails, all right, gang. I see what type of person you are.
Right.
Weird.
I do gotta say though, if I'm a vet, if I'm like a 7, 8, 9, 10-year vet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing like it wasn't necessarily a media day, but we got media in here. We're supposed to be doing this, doing that. And all of a sudden behind me, I hear somebody singing at the top of their lungs with the camera like this. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, could you not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, could you maybe not do that? You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't have anything to do with your nails being painted. It's kind of like, bro, like, relax, bro.
It's gonna be like, come on, Ox, man. Come on, Ox, come dance with me.
But you know what though, Ryan? It might rub off on me. I might be like, you know what? Let's do some TikTok dances. You know?
Yes, I've seen that happen with you too.
Those who have not, don't stop lying. You have never seen me doing no TikTok.
Y'all want to see an Ox TikTok dance? Because I got it in the archive.
Yes, we do.
Ox got a swiper video. You got a swiper video?
Oh, hey, as a matter of fact, I want to see that video, Ron. Please drop that right now.
It's low key worse than swiper.
Swiper is crazy.
I gotta go double check.
That must be our only exclusive.
I'm still dropping that swiper video to this day. I still be dropping that video.
Y'all, so just a quick update. Steph Curry's out here dancing like swiper. He has 9 of the 13 points for Team USA. We're only 5 minutes into the game. Couple threes, layups. Jokic has 4 points right now. Early in the game, they have another guy on the Serbian team named Alexa Avramovic, and he has 8 early points as well. Serbia is up 16-13 right now, so we'll keep a close eye on that. And for those who are curious, the Team USA starters were Steph Curry, Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, LeBron James, and Joel Embiid. I don't think Kevin Durant is playing tonight.
I don't think he's going to play in the whole, to be honest with you.
He's not going to play in the warm-up games.
No, I don't think so.
Do you have the starters for the Serbian team just for shits and giggles?
Serbian team?
Yeah.
I do. This is who started for the Serbian team, and I only know a couple of these guys, so I'm a butcher one name, it looks like. Alexa Avramovic, Marko Guduric, Nikola Jokic, obviously, Filip Petrusev, and Ognjen Dobrić.
I just want to know how big their power forward was because they got a 7-footer out there.
I think that Guduric guy just caught a lob run, and he was talking about him catching lobs. I think he just caught him.
Oh, wow.
I think that's him anyway. Or someone else on Serbia.
No, that's...
Is Joel a bum and feeble boy?
Yes. Deport him.
Garbage.
Call ICE.
How we
that's crazy.
How do we give you an American spot and you a bum?
Damo, you taking his passport? Damo, you taking his passport?
Everything. No, we should expect this.
It wasn't Guduric who caught a lob. It was someone else. I don't know who that is.
Damo, are you taking Joel Embiid's passport? Yes or no?
I'm taking his passport myself. I ain't want him on the team. When I seen him on the team, I'm like, bro, this is weird. Like, why is he on the team? This is crazy. And then he goes out there and stinks it up. Jesus Christ.
I thought that Donald Trump and them was just making it up when they said that immigrants was taking all the jobs. Now I see Joel taking the job. Really not, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he out here
racism, chat.
That's not racism.
This isn't racism. This is the truth.
That's protecting your own economics. That's nationalism.
I mean, I understand immigration.
They have a couple athletes in Serbia. How Guduric is dunking. You see that dunk?
I mean,
I
don't know who Dobrić is, but he out there. Dobrić got a little melanin in him. All right. Shout out Dobrić.
Get Embiid on the floor.
Get
He's
him
not even
off
on the
team.
floor. How are we blaming Embiid for this?
Get him off the team.
Right now.
I'm just
Get
saying
him
that
off the
I
team.
don't even think he's on the floor right now. I don't even, I'm not watching the game because I want to watch it. Actually, I can't focus on you dudes and watch the game. Even though I am multi-purpose, I can't do that.
A top 4 player.
Now, if I call Ice, I'm wrong.
Yes.
He's an American citizen.
So right now, y'all get to make some revisions to the USA roster. What do you do? I need everybody. You get two moves you get to make.
I'm trying to
two
figure out.
moves.
I want to know why Jaylen Brown is a replacement. Like, why wasn't he on the crew right from the beginning? Like, what's the problem?
Nike.
Because it looks
Nike.
The fact that it's 3 guys on the crew, and it's not to say because and I'm an advocate that I feel like fit is better than talent. But with that being said, the fact that these 3 dudes are on the crew and what he did throughout the regular season and in the postseason, it just looked weird.
Chill. Kyrie Irving and Jaylen Brown have been very outspoken about Nike's indiscretions, whether how they make their shoes, what they stand for, how they're very selective in political stances, things of that nature. Yeah, it's his politics thing. He covered their, the Nike sign a couple times before, then he left them, so he's been very vocal about that. And then it's like this. It's like, so if you're as good or as big of a space as Anthony Edwards, Steph Curry, right, Nike's not going to have the power to be like, keep him off the team. But when you're in that Jaylen Brown tier of player, Nike, the impact that they have, again, we understand it is a business, right? They put a lot of money into Team USA. I think Grant Hill, does he have some? I thought someone told me this. He has some sort of position at Nike too, like an advisor or something. Nike. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but something along those lines. So again, Nike has that power. Jaylen Brown and Kyrie Irving, the only 2 reasons why they're not on that team is because of Nike. That's without a doubt.
And you talk about how they make the shoes. I'm sure Kyrie's shoes get made in the sweatshop too.
Of course,
100%.
Of course,
100%.
Like you got to miss me with the sweatshop logic because
whatever.
They're all made in sweatshops.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
By kids, by the way.
Yeah.
That's like saying I don't do heroin. I do meth. Like
I'm not a crackhead. I just smoke a lot of crack. It's different. Those 2 things ain't the same thing. Nah.
If I can make 2 adjustments, deport Joel and import Paulo, and then
that means like cut Joel and then.
Nah, I said what I said.
Like deport him.
Nah, I said what I said, and then I'm cutting Michael Porter, and I'm signing. No, not Michael Porter. Micah Porter. That's
Michael Potter.
Whatever his name. Cut him.
He on the select team. I mean, I guess.
Is he on the select team?
He's not on. He's not. Yeah,
but in these exhibition games, some of those guys can get.
I didn't know that.
They have 18 on their roster right now. And then remember Derek White hadn't got there.
USA.
That's crazy.
Remember Derek White?
I was so confused. I'm like, yo, who's number 16?
Nah, Kawhi was injured, so remember Derek White hadn't got there. KD was out. And then they only had 10 players that game. I can't remember what was the deal with the other players.
And one of them was Michael Porter. So I was like, yeah, get him out of here. But if that's the case, cool. Deport Embiid, import Paulo, and then I'm not gonna lie, man. Cut Derek White and give me
Damn, Damo, I just got the damn job. I'm fired.
No. You said Jaylen Brown.
Like,
hell no, not Jaylen Brown. Leave his ass in Boston.
Fired on day 1.
Hey, man. Give me the main event, man. Give me the main event. We need some young blood. Keep it. Yes. Give me Cooper Flag, bro. Put Cooper
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Keep it 1 card.
17-year-old kid. We're going to put on the Olympic team.
Yeah, they've done it before. Well, no, he was 17. They were like 18. When you used to have the college spot, the college spot for players.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
They weren't 17. They were still
young.
young.
Like 20 and 21 though, but still, like I'm with
MD was like 18. I'm not MD. AD was like 18 when he played on the Redeem team.
There was only
2012 team.
Yeah, there was only a couple like that, but like I'm cool with the Cooper Flag move. I'm just saying they typically don't have 17 and 8-year-olds playing, but I'm cool with the flag move. I like that.
It's not like he's going.
Derek White, Cooper Flag. Derek White, Cooper Flag. Come on, man.
Chill out, my guy, Derek White.
All right, Jaylen. I know you're Canadian, but I will allow you the access to edit and revise the USA team. You get to make 2 roster moves. You get 2 roster moves.
2 roster
what
moves.
You doing?
You about to sabotage us.
No.
Yes, he is. Matter of fact, no. We gotta get Jay because why Jaylen picking for us? That's what I want.
Because y'all,
man,
USA just tied the game in other news.
Masinko G said Lonnie Walker, Dorian Finney-Smith, Tyus Jones are some available players that I think can help playoff teams. Don't sleep.
True.
Yeah, I think Dorian Finney-Smith and Lonnie Walker can help some things for sure.
All right. Bad Man Saint said, I see some potential in Carlo Matkovic. I think he signed with New Orleans.
Yeah, he had like 25 last night. I think 25, something like that. Yeah. I don't know too much about him, but I know he had like 25. So, I spoke to a New Orleans fan in the comments a couple days ago. He was singing his praises. So, I guess he's liked over there in New Orleans already, even though he's just a rookie. It was like a 50-something pick. So maybe he can be good for him.
Send him to hell, Ron. Holy shit.
No, free Jaylen, man. Free Jaylen.
Anyway.
Hemi said Damo did all that meat munching for Baguette Noel.
Team USA is winning.
Hemi also said Sarr should run and dunk. It shouldn't take skill.
Well, it does take skill to run and dunk. Just so you know, you have to be you have to be somewhat of an athlete, and you have to have some sort of coordination on some.
Welcome back, Jaylen. Welcome back.
Yes, you do.
Back
so 100%.
If I was 7'16", I would just run a dunk. But
it's not that easy.
It's not, Mars. It really isn't.
All right. You lucky. I was on my way to being a 5-star recruit, and I just shrunk. So
wouldn't that stat like certain percentage of 7-footers all get a chance at the NBA?
17%.
17. That's strong.
17% of all 7-footers on the planet
get an NBA contract at some point. Was the stat for a couple years ago? I don't know how true it is.
That's a made up stat. That's 100% made up.
That sounds wild as hell to me.
How many 1,000% made up?
Right, how many 7-footers are on the planet?
There's a lot more than people realize.
I never said they. I said they get an NBA contract at some point. Simbalar had an NBA contract at some point.
The NBA tryout or something.
Yeah, like if you're a 7-footer, 17% of you get a deal with the NBA at some point. That's all it is.
That's false.
Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't fact checked. I don't know how many 7-footers there even are on the planet.
But I got you, Mars. I'm not getting after you with that. All I'm saying is like, bro, whoever made that up is just a liar. Well, like there's a lot. You know, the crazy thing about it is a lot of those dudes never even touch basketball because they're so uncoordinated. They're just so terrible. Like honestly, most people that are my height are uncoordinated. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people 6'7", 6'8". Those dudes can barely, walk.
They walk funny. They run funny.
Yeah, like. Yeah, that's why it's so. It took me a while to understand why people were so impressed with tall people doing things because I'm just like, it's normal. But then I see people and I'm like, wow, you guys really can't do this stuff, huh?
All right, as of right now, the game is tied 26-26, USA and Serbia. It's been a competitive first quarter right now. Ants at the free throw line shooting. You got a couple. Jokic is doing Jokic things. He has 6 points and 5 rebounds in the first quarter. So looks like it's a double-double incoming. What?
But he's losing. So where's the impact?
I mean,
Good point, Mars.
Yeah.
He's playing defense?
Is he playing
defense?
They're
losing. So where's his rim protection?
Anthony Edwards has came in and in 4 minutes has 7 points. So shout out to Ant coming in, turning up. Steph does still have 9. All right,
moving. Took a pull-up 3 on a 3-on-1 fast break, but well,
who?
Ant just took a pull-up 3 on a 3-on-1 fast break.
That's good. That's a good shot to that.
That's on brand for Anthony Edwards. Not shot by that.
So that's what you're supposed to do to them.
All right, fellas. Another super chat from Alan L. He said, "This some dub glaze. Chill out. Dub Bron, L Ox, dub Jaylen.
Dub Jaylen. Oh, bad timing.
Terrible timing. Terrible fucking
bad timing. Bad timing.
I'm talking about the worst timing ever.
Yeah, Jaylen, you gonna get that message from HR?
Oh, I am. Hey, man.
If we see from the logo's cancelled, if we see from the logo all of a sudden cancelled, we know.
Rightfully so, Jaylen. You earned that one.
Hold on. Okay.
David, let's just keep it pushing.
Yeah, keep it pushing.
We don't need to. We don't need to talk about that. All right, y'all. The super chat mentioned some free agents, and we got some free agents. I want to ask you guys what would be the best landing spot for these guys that are
Before we get to that, Ron, and I do want to talk about that, but real quick, Ox, can we talk about Chennedy Carter lighting fire to Kelsey Plum ass last night?
Where the hell was Jackie? Jackie, you couldn't save that
for
girl?
a quick second.
Jackie got a couple buckets too. It was. I mean, Kelsey caught a lot of it, but Jackie got a few buckets too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right, but that's one of the things where it's like Jackie's supposed to come and be like, yo, Kelsey, stay away from that girl. All right, you're not ready for this. Let me do that.
I got you. I got you. Whatever you was looking for. We talking back cuts. We talking off the dribble, ISO. She can't cover me. And I'm talking downhill in transition. She just straight went after her. And when I saw Kelsey Plum, and by the way, she's got arguably the best defensive player in the game behind her, protecting her. She still couldn't do nothing with her. When I saw Kelsey Plum throw her hands up, like, I knew she was toast. I knew she was toast. I didn't know that Chennedy Carter was that good off the dribble. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like a lot of people were talking bad about Chennedy after what she did, pushing Kaylin the way she did, which I obviously I didn't agree with that. I don't think she should have done that. But that doesn't take away from the fact that she's an absolute baller though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she come off the bench, she come off the bench sometimes, she starts sometimes, whatever, but that doesn't take away from the fact that Chennedy Carter is a bucket. And
Kennedy's their best offensive player.
Yeah, I'm fine. No. Yeah, that's cool. That's what I'm fine with that. That's okay. But yeah, that's all right. She's just dope though. Like she is a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like I went back and was looking at the video of her when she was in college and how she was destroying Team USA when they came and played them. And I was listening to Sue Bird talking about it. And Sue Bird was like, when we went into the locker room and we was like doing our matchups, talking about how whatever our scheme is. And Sue Bird said that coach said, okay, Sue, you got Chennedy, and this is before the game, but they already know she a baller. And Sue like, wait, hold on, like Diana Taurasi's right there, Simone Augustus is right there. Why I guarding this girl? And it was like that. All of them was like, oh, you got it, and then she proceeded to give her 38.
And this is
Chennedy really like that.
This is when Chennedy was at Texas A&M.
Yeah, she was a youngster.
And this is them playing against, because when the USA team, they'll go in like they'll play friendly games. So you know how like Team USA is playing Serbia right now. The women's team sometimes they'll play college teams just to build some chemistry, get some run and all of that. They played against Chennedy Carter at Texas A&M, and she gave Team USA 38. So that's why I don't be surprised when she gives Kelsey Plum 32, because I seen her do it to Team USA as a college player too. Yeah. This is what
she is
2018.
Yeah, she nice, yo. Yeah, she is real nice.
No, she definitely got it.
I didn't want to throw us off the track. I wanted to stay focused on what we was doing, but I had to bring that up. That Kennedy Carter lit fire to Kelsey Plum ass last night. Yes, she did.
Yeah, y'all be sleeping on Kennedy too, all because of that little Kaylin situation.
I didn't know she was that nice with the pill. I really did not. I did not know she was that nice with the pill. I did not know that her off-ball movement. I mean, because I watched Chicago a couple of times and she really didn't impress me, right? She really didn't impress me that much. But last night, man, she got going. It was a wrap for Kelsey. I mean, they running ISOs. She's waving screens off like, no, I got her, and just straight taking her. She couldn't do anything with her. So,
yeah. Did y'all see what happened after the game?
Yeah.
With Usher.
Asia Wilson Usher. I saw that. Asia's like, why you guys taking pictures with Usher? You ain't done shit all game.
You could tell Asia was mad because she like, we just got lit up. We lost to the Chicago Sky, but y'all running over here to take a picture with Usher.
Asia don't play like that. She was serious about this.
Yeah, you could tell. Yeah. You could see. I'd have been tight too.
She had made some statements earlier in the season. Remember, they had kind of started slow without Chelsea, and she had made a couple of statements about that shit earlier. Like, but y'all not taking it serious enough for me.
That's a leader though. That's somebody that's like this losing culture. This us just showing up. She got that from Dawn Staley. One of the things that Dawn Staley, she said, used to say during practice, you're blending, which means that you just blending into everybody else. When are you going to stand out? And Asia is one of those players that, you know, I don't just show up and just rock. No, I stand out every day. And this losing shit is not going to be something that she's trying to get used to. I wouldn't be surprised if they won it again, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be.
All right, y'all. Serbia is up 31-28 right now. 34-28 right now. Back-to-back threes from Marko Guduric and Vasily Micic. I told y'all Serbia ain't no joke. Right. Told y'all. So we going to see how this transpires. But I got 5 free agents for you guys. And I need you guys to tell me good landing spots. We talked about Tyus. Couldn't really seem like anybody could find a spot for him. Do we have a good landing spot for Tyus as a starter or as a bench player?
It might have to be a bench player at this moment. I think we'll do like a 1-year deal like Gary Trent. 1-year improvement deal in a sense, and maybe try to get a
Kyle Lowry's back in Philly, right?
Yes, he is. Mm-hmm. Who's backing up? Who's the backup lead guard in Denver?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
They're trying to get Russell Westbrook.
But they would have to trade for him. It probably ain't no money for Tyus because I think one of the reasons why he hasn't signed with Washington because his asking price.
Well, he needs to be more realistic.
Yes, and that's why I'm thinking like a team like Denver. I mean, they ended up losing KCP because of the money. What is Tyus Jones' asking price? Because there's no reason why he should be without a job. Like teams like Denver, I think he'd be real good with them. Who's the backup lead guard in Dallas?
I mean, it's kind of Kyrie.
I think Kyrie Luka just kind of turns there.
I think they're trying to get Dennis Smith, but
I'll take Tyus over Dennis Smith.
Who playing behind he's out for the season. So who's now playing behind De'Aaron?
He'll be back in January. I mean, I don't know. We got Keon, but still, just we could call up Jordan Ford or somebody for a couple of games. You know,
who's the backup for OK? Who's the backup for OKC?
They got a bunch of.
They don't need a backup.
Okay,
they got SGA.
Tyus would be cool there. If you get
Tyus wouldn't be bad over there.
Yeah, Tyus on a minimum. Like Tyus is going to come pretty cheap, and you get him on OKC. It's just another guy to have.
Memphis, Marcus Smart is going to play.
Caruso too.
Yep, Marcus Smart's going to play behind Ja. Who's playing behind Dennis Schroeder up in Toronto?
Well, they
got Davion up there.
They got him.
They got Davion up there. That's right. That's right. They got Davion. Another man. Don't get me started.
I actually don't know where Tyus is going to go, but I doubt it's going to be a good team.
I wouldn't be surprised if he beat Schroeder out. I wouldn't be. And I know y'all don't like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if Davion. I'm high on Davion Mitchell. I think.
Oh my God! Embiid just threw the ball off the Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. I think he's a starter.
He needs to sit his ass down.
Right. He threw it to the ref. If I'm Denver though, I definitely want Tyus Jones 100%.
Actually,
I wouldn't be mad at. Even if I got Russ, I would want both of them.
Where Tyus come from?
Washington,
right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Why are they not re-signing it?
Because they got Brogdon now.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That was yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. That was part of the reason I was trying to say, like, oh, I'm telling y'all, look out for Washington. Now, mind you, they're not going to win a playoff series. I don't think.
You think they could be in contention for the play-in?
Be in the playoffs. Why are we mentioning Washington in the playoffs?
He said this yesterday. He said this yesterday.
I thought he was joking. I thought
I've come to realize.
I thought it was a Southern Philly episode.
He believes it. When Ox talks,
I'm saying,
don't believe this. Washington playoffs.
Why would I be wasting my
playoffs?
Look, wait a second though, Ryan. Just hear me out.
Oh boy.
I'm not saying. I'm saying that they're gonna. I believe that they're gonna be a play-in team fighting for an 8-7 seed. I honestly do. I think Malcolm Brogdon and Valanciunas. I think they changed some things over there. I honestly
that drastically, Ox. That drastically.
I mean, like that's. I mean, what is that for them? Winning what 10 more games, maybe?
The bottom half of the East is pretty bad. Like it was saying, it is pretty bad.
It's not like they don't got cools. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Big Ox, I would love for you to be the second bet that I make today. I bet you earlier that the Detroit Pistons would lose.
The over under was
win more than 25
games. The over under was 25. I'm taking the over on the Pistons.
So what if they get 25? Bets off.
Over.
You got to do like 24. You got to do like 24 and a half.
If it's 25, then it's a push.
All right, 25 and a half. We ain't got to push.
If it's no 25 and a half, what the hell, they gonna tie a game? Is that what they're gonna do?
Well, 25 and a half. So that way, if they get 25, then he wins. They get 26.
No, we're not doing that. 25 games, over 25 games, under 25 games. That's it. There is no.
You know what's crazy?
Do 24
I'm even more mad at that bum ass franchise if they hit 25. I'm gonna be even more mad. But Ox, back to you though. Back to you.
No, back to me.
We're talking about the Washington Wizards.
What about it?
You're saying they're gonna make the play-in, right?
Let's put some frog skins on it.
Which
what are we talking about?
Let me pull this up because I gotta see what was the play-in. How many games were in the play-in last year? How many games they had to win?
36 wins.
36 wins. So you're telling Ox, we could just do this. 30 games. I don't think they win more than 30.
I got them winning like 34.
34?
30, 33, 34. Yeah, for sure. I can get with that.
All right, 33 and a half.
You said 30 already. So.
But you said 34.
You said 30, so let's keep it.
But you said, all right, let's meet in the middle. 32 and a half.
That's not the middle. 31 and a half.
That is not in the middle.
Well, all right, we can do 31 and a half. 31 and a half.
It's cool. I'll take that for sure. How much money? Don't just shake my hand without
you said frog skins, Ox.
Yeah, how many?
I'm willing to bet the bank on it. All right,
Hundo. There it is.
200. Cool. If I lose, I'm not paying you.
No, that's not the way that works.
You see?
No.
But seriously, let's speak on the team though in their construction. I do think Malcolm Brogdon and Jonas Valanciunas, I think they really helped that team a lot, bro. And I think that's going to help Kuz. I also, mind you, before all of this, with the limited amount of times I had watched Alex Sarr play, I was really low on him. And I had, obviously, like I said, I didn't watch much of it. But then, and I know his stats and all that was terrible the other day, but I think the kid's gonna be all right. And on top of that, I think they got some athletic forwards over there in him, Bagley. They got the kid from Atlanta. And then on top of that, let's not sleep on the pool party. He could wake up this year.
Leads in the league in scoring this year. This is the year.
No, Mars. I'm off.
You've convinced me. You've convinced me. 27.
27.
This team is going to be terrible.
Yo, shout out to Kuz, man. Shout out to Kuz.
I can't believe I bought that. Yo. I damn sure did buy that.
Okay, 27.
No, 31 and a half.
I bought like 100,000 shares in Jordan Poole stock. And
I went broke on Jordan Poole.
Everyone did.
I bought like 100,000 shares.
Everyone.
And y'all know I do not think highly of Jordan Poole. I didn't when he was with the Warriors. I didn't when he was scoring on them points and doing all that with the Warriors. I wasn't high on him then. But for some reason, I was like, you know what? He's going to shoot 30 shots a game. He's going to average. I'm like, he might average 33 points a game. Who knows? But
I didn't think he was going to be that good, but I did think that he was like 25, 26 a game. I just have to take that L. No doubt about it. I definitely lost some bread on that.
I'm just, I can't.
I like Washington.
I can't see it. Like, I hope Bilal Coulibaly. I hope Bilal Coulibaly takes a step forward.
Oh, that's right. Him too. Yeah.
Oh, Ron, but look, you're trying to sell me a Bilal Coulibaly winning games?
I mean,
yes. You drafted him in the lottery.
You're buying it?
What?
Look. They're going to be better. They're going to be better than Detroit. They're going to be better than Brooklyn. They're going to be better than Detroit. They're going to be better than Brooklyn. They're going to be better than Charlotte. Who else is in the East?
They're not better than Charlotte.
They're going to be better than Chicago.
So if they're gonna be better than Detroit, that means they're gonna win at least 30 games, at least.
Well, who's to say that Detroit's gonna win?
I think they win more than 25 games.
They're winning more than 30 games.
I do think Detroit wins more than 25 games this year. I'm pretty confident in that. But Washington, Ron, I mean, Bilal, if I'm not mistaken, he was a lottery pick last year. He doesn't look terrible in the summer league.
So, chill. You're expecting Bilal Coulibaly.
I'm expecting Bilal to get better. Yes, I'm expecting him to get better. I'm expecting what's the other guy's name? They got Avita.
He's not there.
He is in Portland.
Yeah.
So he's not.
there.
Okay, so he didn't watch.
He's in the Brogdon trade. Oh my God, Steph just made a 4-point play.
Okay, so he's in because that's what I was thinking about. I thought that he could help them out a lot, but Kuz, Poole, Sarr, Bilal.
Is Denny Avdija still there?
No, he's in Portland.
Valanciunas. I don't think that they're gonna be as trash. I don't think they're gonna be as trash as they were last year. I don't think that they're gonna be nearly as trash.
I'm telling you,
Ron, they were arguably the worst team in the league last year.
That's the point I'm making.
So you think you got to win again?
So we're expecting the worst team in the NBA with the addition of Valanciunas and Malcolm Brogdon. Now, I know Valanciunas, if you just take a quick glimpse, he could look like he's Jokic. I know Malcolm Brogdon, if you just take a quick glimpse, he could look like he's Jamal Murray, but they're not, Ox. I'm telling you they're not. I'm assuring you they're not. Those two guys are not about to take this team from the depths of hell and just bring them to sea level. It's not happening.
Well, Ron,
Are the Wizards even trying to win?
for it.
Are the Wizards trying to win?
I don't think so.
I think they're trying to get better, Mars. I don't think that they're trying to win in your sense, like make the playoffs. But I do think they're trying to get out the cellar. I do think that they're doing that.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think they can build around Jordan Poole, though?
No.
They're building around Bilal. They're not building around Jordan Poole. They're building around Bilal and Alex Sarr.
Yeah, I was about to say they did just get the number 2 overall pick.
Yeah, it's Bilal and Alex Sarr.
So everyone else is expendable or movable if it doesn't work.
Except like Bob Carrington, who they just drafted, Keyshawn George. But Kuz will probably be movable. Poole, Valanciunas when a good team comes in, Brogdon when a good team comes in. But yeah, those two are the main pieces.
And that's another thing too. I don't think Malcolm Brogdon, Kyle Kuzma, maybe even Jordan Poole. I don't expect them. Not so much Jordan Poole, but I'll say Valanciunas, Malcolm Brogdon, and any other vet that they got over there. I don't expect them to be over there for the full season. Now they could, because we thought it was a chance that Kuzma got moved last year. He didn't, obviously, but I think it's a good chance somebody comes and poaches these guys.
I don't think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, a good team's going to come in for Brogdon at some point. Now, whether or not they trade him, I don't know. But, like, good teams are going to come in for guys like Brogdon, maybe Valanciunas, maybe Kuz. And they can get some good value for them. That's why I don't think they're going to try and win. I think they can try and get better and build good habits and all those things. They can build good habits on the way to 17 wins.
The question that needs to be asked is, like you just said, if y'all
Martin's over and under 16.5.
If you building a unit around Bilal and Sarr,
Ron just getting bets everywhere here today.
If you building a team around Bilal and Sarr, there's no reason. I mean, I'm not gonna say there's no reason to take guys like Brogdon because you need those vets. But I need draft picks because this is what I'm building my unit around. I'm not getting any free agents to come to Washington, at least not now. I can probably get them in the future because Washington's not a bad place to play. It's not a bad place to live. But as of right now, I still got to build my unit.
Yeah, that's true. That's why they'll probably keep vets, probably Kuz, but I expect Brogdon to be moved. Like, I'd be very surprised if he finishes the year in Washington.
They did just sign Sadiq Bey too, coming off ACL.
Yeah, the inconsequential.
They got Rashawn Holmes. That's another vet over there. Marvin Bagley.
Shout out Marvin. All
right. Before we move on
this year too.
Before we move on, Ox.
Good.
30.5.
How many wings?
I think that's a no.
Hey, and you see, this is why I be saying that Ox don't be believing half the things he's saying.
Why don't I believe this? Just because I don't want to keep making bets on the internet.
I want to gamble on it.
That's why your Wi-Fi raggedy and you frozen right now.
Yo,
I can say you don't believe what you say because your Wi-Fi raggedy. Same thing.
How's that the same thing?
You know how it's the same thing.
All right, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Since you said you don't want to make bets on the internet, I'm gonna see you in person tomorrow.
For sure. We'll do that.
And we're gonna see if you're ready to stand on that bet.
But you just better have your hoop shoes ready. That's all you better do. Meet me out there. Meet me on the court. Bet on that.
Drink
if
water.
If you're not playing ones with cameras, it don't count.
Facts, Mars.
As of right now, Team USA is up 47-40 on Serbia. As Mars just mentioned, the game was tied 40-40. Steph Curry got a 4-point play, and then Anthony Edwards came and hit a 3.
So that's what we always be talking. Every time this has happened more times than not, but Ox, every time I turn around, you always talking about busting Ron ass. Ron, what's going on here? Like, come on, my man always talking about giving you the business.
Too much. Because he be talking.
He always talking about giving you the business.
Chill.
Every time I turn around, Ox is like, "Where your sneakers at? Let's go right now."
Because he don't never got his kicks. He be talking crazy. Like, all right, bro. Well, don't say nothing to me if you don't got.
So he that dude.
Bro.
Is Ron that dude? Like,
oh, I swear.
Ron, how do you not keep a pair of kicks in the car, Ron? Just off the strip that something might break out, like a run might break out. We might be somewhere.
Why are you listening to this and buying this? You know this is goofy logic.
You wear the shorts underneath the jeans all the time?
Where I'm from, Chill, we keep our hoop shorts under our jeans. We always ready whenever it's time. Say the wrong thing, and we gonna get to it.
Even if I got drawers on right now.
Even if I had jeans on, I had on a pair of basketball sneakers just in case. Something jumped off.
On top of that, you see, I didn't even mention the shoes because we'll get busy in a pair of Vans. You know what I'm saying? It don't take too much.
Is that how you hurt your knee though? Is that how you hurt your knee?
It don't take too much.
Aren't you coming off a knee surgery, Ox?
Don't worry about all that, Jaylen. I'm good. They saying he back. That's the word. They saying he back. So you know.
Hey, well, until you find out whether you 100% back, don't talk to me.
Yeah, all right.
Because I ain't with nowhere. And you know that.
All right. We can move off of this because I don't even want to get too far into it because I know you're not about it.
I'm just saying, Ox. I ain't want to bring it up like that. I don't want to hop on it, but it just turns.
Chill. This the only dude that be working out. He be in the gym, be working out. He be posting videos, running heels, and all types of shit. But then when I come around conveniently, I'm busy. I got stuff to do.
Your knee is broke.
I believe
your knee is out of order.
All right, bro. All right. Like you said, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. So let's just get off of this.
How am I gonna take a one knee Ox serious?
The viewers don't want to hear this, Ron. They don't care. They don't care about my knee and care about you getting torched. They don't care about none of this. This is what Omar be talking about, Ron. So let's move off of this because as you know, I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Omar can get this work too. Everybody on Let's Keep It a Buck. Let's keep it a buck. Omar can get this too.
Omar don't play no basketball. Right?
Well, hey, look. Hey, I don't discriminate. Tell him to bring his shoes too.
How about you bring your shoes, Ron? How about that?
I got my shoes. Chill, I got my shoes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get into it.
It's too late, Ox. The door already open. We already started this, right? Because like I said,
and you kicked the door open too.
This is your man, Ox. This is your man. And every time I turn around, you always invite him outside. Like, hey, yo, come on.
Right.
It sounds like to me, Ox. It sounded to me, Ox, like every time you invite him outside, he duck and smoke. That's what it sounds like to me.
Chill. He know, because matter of fact, I was on the phone with him to go to the appointment where I got cleared to play. He know
so
what
it's already
time
good.
it is.
So ain't no question about whether or not I'm good.
I'm
already good.
Yeah, come on, man.
Ron, you duck and smoke, yo? It's cool.
Chill.
Everybody duck.
Chill. Chill. This man just allegedly got cleared 2 days ago. Miraculously. Hey, chill. But like Kawhi, we ain't seen him in years. We don't know. Matter of fact, like Lonzo, we ain't seen him in years. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what to. Hey. We see a video of Lonzo working out, Mars. Lonzo's coming back. Come on. Hey, we're supposed to believe that Lonzo and Ben Simmons are really back after posting a video. Hey, man, I'm just saying.
Ben Simmons redemption season. I'm telling you.
That would be fire. That would be fire. I'm not buying that, but that would be fire. I wouldn't buy that
today, man. I wouldn't buy that stocking all these dudes. My money is looking funny.
Yo, like Mars, you can give that stock to me.
My portfolio is looking
I'm giving you good investments and you don't take them. That's on me.
Damn.
Ben Simmons stock is a very great investment. The upside is amazing.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons might be in Europe next year.
I bought stock in the Detroit Pistons. My portfolio looking crazy.
Ben Simmons might not get another contract.
Simmons is going to be an all-star next season, but whatever.
Okay. I mean, chill though. I mean, you bought stock in the Pistons, but you had a lot of stock in the Celtics too. And
I did. So it does even out a little. Like I ain't lose all my dough.
He had stock in the obvious stock. He had stock in Apple.
But wait, whoa, there, Mister. So I bought stock in these dudes years ago. So it wasn't like
and
I
you
bought
was
stock.
wrong years ago. Like, just because you hung on to the stock till it appreciated doesn't mean you were right.
That's exactly what it means, Mars.
Okay, so if I buy stock in the Pistons now and they win a chip in 2037, I'm like, I'm telling you, man. Back in
Okay, well, wait a minute.
37
might be a little bit far. That's 13 years from now, Mars. That's wild as hell.
If Cade's still there, it counts.
Which he won't be. I don't think so. No.
Just because you were wrong a couple years ago and you hung on to the stock doesn't mean you now get to reap the benefits. No,
that's exactly what it means, Mars, because the stock shot up.
You were wrong for 2 straight years.
So because
the stock,
and that's the idea, Mars, when you buy stock, it doesn't appreciate immediately.
Mine will. Ben Simmons, immediate. All-Star season.
Yeah, AD looking nice on defense right now. He got back-to-back blocks on Jokic, just forced him into a tough bucket or into a tough miss. Team USA is up 56-42 right now. They are on a 16-2 run to close the half. So
That
shout out
game's
to these fellas.
Jokic just going out one on AD.
So that game's over with. That was
16-2 run.
Well, 16-5 now.
14-point lead. Oh.
Well, if Jokic makes his free throw, yeah.
Well, it's Nikola Jokic.
He was 2 for 6 the other night against France. Yeah.
All right, fellas, we got a couple more super chats. Let's go ahead and jump onto these. Drink More Water said, I just want to shout out Chris Livingston for actually showing improvement, putting up 14-9-2 on 53, 45, 50 splits in Summer League. 50.
What's the 50? That's free throws?
You could have just said 53 and 45.
Yeah, you should have left that out. But I respect that he kept he kept everything in there. I respect that.
I think
the 5 is far away from the 9, chill. There's no way.
Yeah, he meant 50. But Chris Livingston, he another one, because you know when Bronny got his guaranteed contract, it was like, what second round picks get a 4-year guaranteed deal? Chris Livingston's one of them. He got a 4-year guarantee.
Yes, he did.
And everyone's like, well, how many of them averaged this many points in college? Chris Livingston averaged 6 points a game in college. Got a 4-year guarantee. Same contract Bronny got. So it happens. Upside pick. Now, not saying Bronny has much upside, but I'm just saying it happens. That's all I'm saying. And Chris Livingston, yeah, he could be something good for the Bucks down the line, possibly.
Chill. I think you know what, and I don't want to get too far in this because I heard a lot of hating on the young man yesterday from somebody that swears they love him. But I personally do think that Bronny is better off in the NBA than the G League. Like I think his game is more translate to that style of play than the G League. I think he might be in trouble down there. It's a lot of dogs down there in the G League at that position.
That's trying to get to that level.
You know what I'm saying?
They're fighting for their jobs.
And they're not gonna play with Bronny. And it's on top of that too. Let's not act like the G League's just a bunch of young kids. It's grown men in there too.
A grown man making a living in that league. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I've been down here for 5 years. I've been down here for 6 years.
It's grown men in the G League that know they're never getting to the NBA.
Yeah,
this is where I'm at. This is where I've been. It's guys in the G League that decided I'm not gonna go play in the Euro League because I want to stay close to home. You know, things like that. Oh shit, Bronny better stay in that NBA and get better.
To finish off the super chat from Drink My Water, he said little action for him, so it's in the flow. Good rebounder and is playing some 5. Shout out Chris Livingston.
Shout out to him, yeah.
Bino sent through a member super chat. He's been around for 12 months. He simply said, "Ain't no way, Jaylen."
I mean,
I want to be there for that HR meeting.
We'll say like, okay, maybe the joke was too far. So
maybe.
Okay, hold on. Time out.
Jaylen.
I will. Hold on. I'll apologize.
Can you let him explain?
Yeah,
Ron, please?
no. I'm gonna apologize. I'm sorry for making the joke that maybe went too far. I do think in different circles and different environments, people are more inclined for taking jokes to a certain level. Now, if you're not inclined to that, perfectly fine. I apologize for that. But again, it was a joke. Whether it was an appropriate joke or not, again, just depends on the room, situation you're in, things of that nature. But yeah, I guess we'll keep it at that.
It's a very interesting apology.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real.
That was like that Diddy apology.
Basically saying, hey, I'm apologize. I apologize that you guys are sensitive. Basically what he just said, but
damn, Jaylen, I was a here nigga. Damn, apologize.
I'm just saying. I've been in situations where people have told me worse jokes or more out there jokes, and I've said worse too. I'm just saying.
You said worse?
Oh yeah, bro. We've had jokes about even. I mean, look.
Hey, Jaylen, you don't need to say the worst joke.
Jesus. Yes. Relax.
Like for your own
you know what?
safety on
Hey,
the
fellas,
platform.
I was at a line for that. That's the end of it. How about that?
Like, damn.
That would be
There it is. There it is.
That could easily just dead that right there. Y'all was at a line for that. I apologize. That's all.
Jaylen just said basically, hey, I've been more racist in other situations.
Let's chill out. Let's chill out on that. And these dudes roast. He was at a line for that. 100% he was.
We got a new member today. Hellcat, say meow.
So I'm bringing new members out here.
Yeah, just to hate.
That's a W.
And then Hellcat Say Meow came through with a super chat and said, I've been trying to warn y'all, Jaylen is the worst panelist.
Hey, don't got hated.
I mean, it's with, like I said, with all the departures we've had, it's possible Jaylen's at the bottom now. I mean, someone has to be at the bottom, and I just know it's not me.
Yeah, I could be the worst of the best. We'll see at the PCL.
Worst of the remaining. We'll see how much.
I do not want to be the best looking ugly chick. No, I don't want to be that. No.
Leaf Diggy said, Ron, I took enough disrespect. But Killian Hayes to my team, that's where I'll draw the line. The next time I come up there, I'm going to do more than air out my grievances.
Man, Leaf, knock it off. You the one said that all y'all doing is losing games. So why not bring, in Mars's estimation, the worst player in the NBA to help forward that? Why not? Y'all ain't trying to win. So what if you got Killian Hayes on your crew? You want you guys to be garbage. You don't want your team to be mediocre. You don't want your team to be competitive. You want your team to be in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. How do you get in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes? You get in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes being at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, like the Detroit Pistons were, like the Washington Wizards were last year. How do you do that? By having guys like Killian Hayes on your crew. What are you talking about?
We not gonna act like Killian Hayes wasn't getting James Harden comparisons for a reason out of the draft, man. He's still got that potential. Like we not gonna act like Killian Hayes ain't got some shiftiness to his game with that little southpaw step back. He just happens to miss all of the shots. But hey, Killian Hayes redemption tour next season in Brooklyn.
Here we go. So Killian Hayes redemption tour. Ben Simmons is making an all-star team. This might be a playoff team. This might be a playoff team.
It's possible.
Do we want to take it? Do we want to take it a step further? Claxton on the all-league defensive team. You want to do that, Mars?
That was meant to happen, but Jacques won.
Okay, I just want to make sure because we could do
that's
that.
That's gonna happen. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
So Killian Hayes is gonna be much better.
Chill out.
Not only Killian Hayes being much better, but Ben Simmons being an all-league. Because if he's gonna be an all-star, that means he's playing at an all-league defensive level too. Because he ain't a bucket getter, right?
Yeah,
you know that for a fact. So if that's true, then that must mean that Brooklyn is way better. That means that they're not trying to lose. So if they ain't trying to lose, they're out of the Cooper Flag sweepstakes, which means that now you guys are in purgatory, which means that you're in the middle of the league again, which defeats the whole purpose of having guys like Killian Hayes on the crew and Ben Simmons on the crew.
Yeah, but if Killian Hayes can be their all-star, why do they need a high pick if they can just have Killian Hayes?
I am definitely in the matrix right now. I'm not on the fence about that. I'm not.
Nah, because every time I was calling Killian Hayes the worst player in the league, all of a sudden now everyone is in agreement. But when I was saying it was all, I was hating on Killian Hayes. Now everyone's like, yeah, Killian Hayes the worst player in the league. When did that happen? Respect Killian.
No, Mars. No.
Context Clue said, did y'all hear about Kyrie having to get surgery on his hand? Also, how long will it take for his hand to heal?
Well, I can't tell you how long it's going to take for his hand to heal if I never heard about the surgery. What kind of surgery did he get?
He broke his hands. He broke his hands. I don't know what part of his hand he broke, whether it was a finger, whether it was something else. I don't know. I'm assuming a couple months. 6 to 8 weeks.
He'll be back in 6 to 8 weeks.
He'll be back for training camp.
That's not going to affect his handle or anything like that.
No, he'll be cool.
All right, fellas. I gave you a list of free agents. We only got to Tyus. I got a couple more for you. Next free agent that I got is Luke Kennard.
Oh,
one of the top shooters remaining in the
surprised he ain't back with Memphis.
Let's see what he did last year.
And he shot 45% from
it's
three.
It's because he got that Buddy Hield syndrome.
How many threes did he take? How many did he take?
He doesn't shoot unless he's wide open. that 45% be tricking people, man.
Mars, why are you so wrapped up in that?
Because if there's even someone attempting a closeout, he won't shoot. What value are you of a spacer if you only shoot when teams help off with you? Like,
that's the idea, but that's the idea of getting teams that when teams help off me, right? When teams help off me, I'm gonna knock down shots. Now when they do help off of me, I'm gonna knock down shots.
But then all you gotta do is send the closeout, and then he doesn't shoot, and the advantage is gone. I'm not saying you have to run him off. You don't have to run him off the line.
Right.
You just have to act like you closing out, and he won't shoot.
But here's the difference, though, Mars. Now what I do is I got the defense honest, right? I got the defense honest, so I can throw the ball in. Now I got a one-on-one with Jaren Jackson. I got a one-on-one with Ja Morant. I got a one-on-one where I got Desmond Bane being able to go one-on-one. Don't get me wrong, Mars. I think it's valuable to knock down shots when guys closing out on you. I don't argue that. But I am out here wide open. If I'm not knocking shots down wide open, there's no reason for me to be on the floor. I think that's more valuable because at least you can keep the defense honest.
It's tremendous.
I think you can at least keep the defense honest if I'm knocking down open shots. Because the last thing that I want to be is the guy who you saying he with us. We don't want that dude. Yeah. I don't want to be the double team man. No,
it's 1000% extremely valuable to make open shots. I'll keep saying. Never will I ever say a guy making open shots is a bad thing. There's no such thing as a bad. Never will it be a bad thing that a player makes open shots ever. That makes no sense. But if your only value on an NBA court at this point, which it is making threes, because he's not a defender, he's not a playmaker, he's not a ball handler, he's none of those things. Your only value is making threes, and you will only shoot wide open. That's where I have a problem. The amount of Sixers fans will tell you Tobias Harris pump faking open threes. That kills your offense. Luke Kennard not shooting because someone's closing out on him kills possessions. Buddy Hield pump faking open threes because someone acts like they're about to close out. That kills possessions. Because if you can generate a wide open three and someone doesn't take it because someone's running at them, you are killing your possession. That's the problem with Luke Kennard. If he shot 41% instead of 45%, but took shots with guys closing out on him, he'd be tremendously more valuable. Tremendous. But he won't shoot them.
Because he knocks down open, he knocks down that long ball in transition. He's damn good at that. And he's damn good in the half court when guys helping off of him. Now, sure, he's not a one-on-one guy. I won't argue that. But to your point, Ron, and I think the biggest problem that we have is the money. Because I would love him in Denver. I think he'd be great in Denver playing with Joker, being able to space the floor. I think that he would be much more valuable to a guy like Joker as opposed to guys like Ja because of how much of a distributor, how much of a playmaker Joker is. Mars, I'm not sure if I give him enough credit for being able to knock down shots when guys running at him, because maybe you might have seen him just this season. I don't think you develop that reputation as a long ball shooter if you just shooting open shots. People know I think he led the league in 3-point percentage, not last year, but I think 2 years ago. If I'm shooting the long ball that well, there's no way I'm only shooting open shots. Y'all dudes know who I am. Y'all know what I'm doing out here. Y'all know exactly what I'm doing out here. So there are now the shots that I am shooting, they might not be contested as much as you like, and that's largely due to the defense creating open shots for me. I think that has a lot to do with that. But with a guy like Luke Kennard playing with a guy like Joker, who creates so much havoc and creates so much floor space, I think he would help them out a whole lot. I just don't think the money is.
Does he play the Caldwell Pope role without the defense? Does he start for them?
No. I'm not looking at the shots he takes. I'm looking more at the shots he doesn't take than the shots he does. The shots he does, he doesn't take bad shots. That's a good thing. He doesn't take bad shots.
That's the difference, Mars.
That's it's tremendous value.
Sure.
I'm looking at the shots he will not take. So he takes 5 threes a game? I don't know, 4 or 5 threes a game because he doesn't play a bunch of minutes because defense and stuff. And he'll take maybe 5 threes a game. He'll make 2 of them because he's an elite shooter. But he could have took 8, but he won't take 8 because I might miss. That's the problem. That's the problem I have. It's not that he makes the ones he does take. It's tremendous value that he shot 50% the year before this past season. Last year was 45, 49.4, 45, 45. That's his last 4 seasons. He makes threes. Luke Kennard, if he's wide open, is going to make threes. That's valuable. What's not valuable is the threes he won't shoot, in my opinion, because of fear of him missing.
The thing with that, Morris, because I agree with you for the most part about this. I feel like my thing has always been, especially for really good shooters, if the defender can't block your shot, you're open. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be an aggressive shooter. I want you to shoot the ball. But with that being said, if you're not shooting it, I want to know what are you doing in that instant, because that changes everything for me. If you're making guys close out and you're moving it quick, or you're attacking and drawing more defense and kicking to other open shooters, or it's creating more offense. If you're not shooting, you're just holding the ball and maybe take a couple dribbles and pass the ball nonchalant, then that's bad. I can't have that. So it's just more so about what happens when you don't shoot that semi-contested shot.
Yeah, and that's my issue with him. He doesn't keep the advantage going. If someone runs him off the line, he's not going to take a dribble in, collapse the defense, and dish off. He's going to swing it back to the top to Ja Morant or Desmond Bane, and they're going to run another pick and roll, and no advantage is created. That's the issue I have with him. And he wasn't like that in college. That's what throws me off. Luke Kennard at Duke was doing things when teams ran him off the line. So I don't know if he just got told not to do that or whatever the case, but that's what bothers me about Luke Kennard, because he was really good at Duke. But in the NBA, it's just, I don't like what I see.
Luke Kennard is a career 43.9% three-point shooter.
So 44.
That's third all time.
Nasty.
Behind Steve Kerr and is it still Steph Curry?
Nah. Hubert Davis.
Oh, okay. I know Steph Curry was ranking high.
I just have a difficult time with a guy who can shoot the ball that well. The quality of shots that he's turning down. Now, don't get me wrong, Mars. If a guy is running at me in the middle of the third quarter when we're on a run, we're on an 8-0 run and we're trying to get back in the game, that might not be the best shot for our offense right now. But I can also knock down a shot when we're in the meat and potatoes of the game. We saw that during the playoffs when they were playing against the Lakers, where he would knock down a shot with D'Angelo Russell closing out on him. We did see that. That was going on. He might not shoot it. I think the separation here, Mars, I think where you and me are divided is he might not take as many contested shots as you like. I think that's where the issue is. It's the fact that he's knocking down open shots. That's not the problem. He could stand to take more contested shots because that would collapse the defense more. That would make that would give guys more open shots. But I don't want to completely get out the way of him taking contested shots, because he 100% does that. There's no way that you're that good of a shooter and you're consistently left wide open. No, that's not going on.
So what's a good landing spot for Luke Kennard?
Shooting.
I like him in Denver. I don't think that they got the bread for him. He was already with the Clippers. Phoenix doesn't have any money for him. To be honest with you,
Allen anyway.
Yeah, they got Grayson Allen also. I love him in Indiana, yo. As fast as they play and as wide open as they play, I would love him in Indiana. And I think they got some bread for him too.
I would like him in Philly or Milwaukee. Even though Milwaukee just got Gary Trent, I think adding that shooting to the pieces they have to both those teams, I think works out. And probably coming off the bench for both of them.
I like him on the Timberwolves.
Yeah,
Timberwolves, I like that. I'm not mad at that.
That too.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about him being in Milwaukee. I mean, they just got Gary Trent Jr. and Mars just told me not too long ago. I mean, he shoots 50% on the long ball wide open. So while he's contested, that probably let's say that drops to 40, right? Let's say that drops to 40. I think we can make up for that. They need defense on their wings in Milwaukee. That's what they need. We don't really need a guy who can shoot the basketball like that anymore. We need somebody to protect Damian Lillard on this wing. And we need a backup 5 because Brook Lopez is long in the tooth. And it's time that we started looking in another direction for Brook Lopez's replacement. That's where they need.
There was a player in the draft who provided that defense on the wing.
You got anybody in mind, Mars? Anybody come to mind, Mars, that you might think about?
I mean, I think if that player existed, the Bucks surely would have took him. So, I mean, I guess he just doesn't exist. I guess there isn't an elite wing defender in the draft. Because
wait a minute, Mars.
There can't be. There's just no way. Otherwise, they must have took him, but it just clearly didn't exist. Clearly. So, it's unfortunate.
The second half is underway. Serbia, USA. Joel Embiid just got to the line.
Surprise.
The score is 61-45 right now. Just some quick stats from the game. Steph Curry and Anthony Edwards went crazy in the first half. Steph had 18. Anthony Edwards had 10. Nikola Jokic has 8 points and 7 rebounds, or had that at the half. We will see how the second half transpires. Once again, Team USA is up 61-45. So we'll keep a close eye on that over this next 45 minutes while we're on air. I got a couple other guys for you guys. The next one is Precious Achiuwa. Is there a good place for him?
I actually like him back with the Knicks, to be honest with you, but I don't know if they got any money for him.
Shit, we need Precious. We need Precious and Set.
Do you?
Yeah, we did.
Ox, I'm sick of you. You know why I'm sick of you, Ox? Okay? I'm sick of you, Ox. Because here we go again with this bull. Don't seem gonna get me to cuss.
What? The question is who needs these?
Right. Because you telling me that y'all need Precious. When you had Rashawn Holmes up there, who was a damn good rotation player, and you treated him like you know what, and you shipped him out. Precious, on the other hand, who is a dirty work guy who can really help y'all. And what are you gonna do? You're going to sit him on the bench, and he ain't even going to be part of your rotation. He's going to waste away where he can probably play somewhere else and be viable, like the Knicks, like Atlanta. I'm sick of you, Ox. I am
chill.
sick. Ron, this is your man.
I was advocating to play Rashawn. I don't got no control of it. See, the thing about this is, and I get this a lot from like the chat too. Yeah. I feel like people think since I'm a Kings fan, like I actually got some type of influence or like, you know some people like I can make things happen or something. Like it's crazy, you know? But I like Rashawn. I wanted Rashawn to play bad. Yeah. I do. I think Precious will be good, you know, in that second unit though. Like I'm not saying get Precious and play him 40 minutes. I'm just saying get Precious. We can. I would like that Precious over there. What about the Pelicans for Precious?
They need a big, but Precious isn't. Precious is too. He's too small.
What is he? 6'8", 6'7", 6'8",
6'9",
and he's skinny too. Doesn't have a lot of mass. I'm not that.
You had him up in Toronto. And I mean he's trying to cover Joel Embiid. Stop playing.
That's not gonna work. Yeah.
No, give me a break.
Yeah, he's too small. The Pelicans need a legit big, in my opinion.
I'm sorry, Mars. If I'm not mistaken, they had one and they let him walk out the door for a bucket of extra crispy and a 6-pack. How you know?
No, I guess that big wasn't that big. He must have been 6'5". Because I mean, they know they need a big, but they couldn't have just let a 7-footer walk out the door. There's no way. They just didn't have the front door.
What are you guys thinking doing that? What's the deal there?
Oh yeah, Serbia are selling. Yeah, this game's over. Yeah, Serbia's done. It was competitive for about 15 minutes.
All right, Team USA's up 68-45 right now. That's what we're looking at.
Maybe Precious back to Miami. I think he could be a good rotation guy with them. I think he could help them out. Because Kevin Love is long in the tooth. Don't get me wrong; he can still shoot the long ball. But and then you got Ware, you got Bam. They just signed Thomas Bryant back. I think Precious is more valuable than him. I think he could be more valuable than him. I think he could help them. I think he could help out Miami. Like I don't want him in Chicago, spots like that where they're trying to build something. Plus, they already got my man Jaylen Smith up there, so I don't think that they need him. What about him in Golden State? Take the shooting off the table, Mars. Because the minute you hear Golden State, anytime anybody brings up Golden State, the first thing people think is offense and shooting the long ball. And what about the other stuff? Like, what about the guy rebounding the basketball? What about the guy doing the dirty work, speeding up the game, finishing in transition? A guy like Precious Achiuwa, could he help Golden State in that aspect?
I think he's once again too small. Golden State's not the smallest team in the league. We're gonna add another small big. No, I mean Trace is that big now. Right. I think Trace is gonna be that guy. But they need more size. I mean they were running.
Kevon Looney too.
He's 6'9". Like Kevon he played bigger than he is because like he's physical on the glass and all those things. But he's
I really thought he was bigger than 6'9".
Really he's small.
He definitely.
So like they need legitimate big size, not another tweener big, who's still they're solid players, but they're small. I think they need legit footers on their team.
So Mars, you don't have nowhere for him?
I think he's just gonna go to. I think he's just gonna end up going to a team that like on like a sort of 1 year prove it deal. Like I don't know what team that is. He might end up playing behind. Well, Zach Collins is there, but like he might end up in Utah or something, just on a 1 year deal. Like,
Up in
I don't
Portland.
I don't think he's gonna help a contender. I don't think a contender needs Precious Achiuwa. So yeah, I think he's gonna end up on like Utah or Brooklyn, something like that.
All right. That's what we're looking at with Precious. The last name that I have for you is fairly interesting because he's a young guy. He's shown sparks of talent and a higher upside than possibly these other guys I named. But he is a restricted free agent. And we're talking about Isaac Okoro.
I like Isaac Okoro staying in Cleveland, but I understand what Cleveland doing. They did the same thing that Phoenix did. They like you at a certain price. So what we're not going to do is we're not going to overprice ourselves because we basically competing against ourselves. We go check, you can go out in the league and check your temperature. He's improved at the long ball line. I still think he's a really good defender. He's still young, so I feel like there's still room for improvement with him. So sure, go out and check your temperature, see what you're worth. And I think that Cleveland might like him at 3 years at $50 million. I don't think they like him at 3 years at $75 million. I don't think that they'll go that far. But go out and check your temperature and see what you worth. I don't have a problem with that. And there are teams that I think that he could. There are teams that I do think that he could help. I think he could help Milwaukee. I think he could help Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, Chicago. I think teams like that. I think he could help them. I would say Houston, but y'all got a log jam at the wing spot, so he can't really help you guys too much. I'm thinking Isaac Okoro is more of an Eastern Conference than he is a Western Conference guy. I said this to Ox not too long ago. There's certain guys that are Eastern Conference and Western Conference guys. I felt like, why am I drawing a blank on his name? Just played for Philly, and now he's in Detroit. Tobias Harris. I think Tobias Harris is a West Coast guy, to be honest with you. I think he would be much better with Sacramento. I thought he would have been much better with Golden State because I think his game is more tailored to that kind of style of play. Him in Detroit, not so much. This kid that we're talking about, right? This kid that we're talking about in Isaac Okoro, he's got a very much an East Coast game, and I think that he would really help more East Coast teams than West Coast teams.
If I'm Indiana, I'd offer him something. That's probably where I'd go. Fast pace. He can get out in transition. That's where he was at his best at Auburn when he was in college. The shoot, if anyone can get you open shots, it's going to be Tyrese. And he's shown a bit more of a capability to make moves off the catch too. So that's good for Indiana's fast-paced offense because defenses be scrambling a lot. So I think Indiana makes sense. Also, then point of attack defense he provides. They don't have that on their roster at all. So yeah, Indiana. I wouldn't offer anything crazy, but like 3 years, 21, 3 years, 25, maybe something like that. Let's see if Cleveland match it.
I think Cleveland would match something like that, like 3 years, $30 million, 3 years, $28 million. I think Cleveland would match that.
Then he's staying in Cleveland.
Yeah, I honestly think he's going back to Cleveland. But he's still out there, so we'll keep a close eye on him for sure. I think a team like Atlanta, I don't think that'd be a bad look for him. Go over there.
Yeah, Atlanta. Yeah, but they got DeAndre Hunter still, so I don't know.
And then, I mean, they got Ricochet too. Still, just got him. But
the number one pick. Yeah,
but I don't know. I think it'd be a good look over there, whether he's starting or coming off the bench. All right, a few more super chats. Tyler T said, "Daily reminder: Jokic better."
Not today,
like right now.
Not today.
Yeah, he's not good enough, man. He's not good enough.
Not today. He's not. Let's get to the bottom of that right now. Not today. He ain't.
Jokic better. Celtics back to back. And why don't you say what's on your mind, Jaylen?
Please don't.
What's on my mind?
Please
Let's
don't.
say today's a Wednesday. What's on my mind?
Please
Probably
don't.
Whopper Wednesday. Getting a Whopper today.
Yeah, John, I'm trying to tell you, bro. You gotta do something about that diet, bro. You can't keep eating that.
I hear you. I probably should have.
McDonald's burgers they're gonna catch up to you, brother. Burger King burgers gonna catch up to you. Yes, they are.
I need to stop giving advice. I've been wilding the past 3-4 days. I ain't gonna lie.
And whoa, Ox. Don't open up that door and not walk through it. How wow, Ox? How wow, Ox?
I just been tripping. I don't want to talk about it online. You know, my mama might be watching this.
Okay, so I'm sorry. This something for behind the scenes. We ain't doing it.
Yeah, I ain't been in the house, basically. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't been home, so all right, I can get with that. Yo, I can definitely get with that. Yeah, Jaylen.
The street was calling you, bro.
Chill out on the Burger King burgers. They got plant-based burgers in Burger King, yo.
Yeah, Beyond Meat burgers are just as bad, Joe. They're just Beyond Meat burgers are just.
No, they're not.
The sodium levels on that.
No, they not.
No, the fake meat stuff. Look, I'm all for vegans and being healthy, but not to be eating the whole foods. I hear you. Okay, I like. Hey, you doing your thing, Joe. But I'm just saying the fake meat stuff. It's a little, iffy. Now there's some fresh vegetables. All the power to you, in terms of being vegan. But the fake meat stuff, questionable.
What's the point of being vegan if you want to eat stuff that tastes like meat?
Right, that's my thing. I'm like, if I'm not gonna eat it, I don't want to eat like a pretend version of it. It's just, I don't know. It's just something about it,
Okay, the same reason why drug addicts, when they stop smoking crack, they smoke cigarettes. Okay, they do something to get off of it.
Cigarettes are terrible for you,
but it's not as bad as crack. Let's be clear about that right now.
I don't know. I know some crackheads that's been smoking crack since like the 80s. I know, but then at the same time, I know some people that have been smoking cigarettes and they not here no more.
Right, and you also know some crackheads who ain't here no more neither, and they got going a lot quicker. But
I don't know. I think cigarettes might be worse than crack, shit.
Oh, we compare cigarettes and crack?
Hey, welcome to the panel. Welcome to the panel. Why? If crack was
going on today?
I genuinely, if crack was legal to obtain, I don't think it would kill as much as cigarettes do. It's just
I'm saying
the way in which you have to obtain it and it's tainted and all of those things. That's what makes it so
knocking
dangerous.
Over stores on the regular. You crazy?
That's what makes it so dangerous. I think cigarettes just do a lot. Cigarettes should be illegal, but
the point I was making, Jaylen, is when you're doing something for so long and then now you coming off that. I'm not one of these people who stop eating meat because I want to save the animals and I don't give a fuck about that. What I cared about was being healthier. That's all I cared about. And the fact that I do eat plant-based meat and my cholesterol level dropped 90 points. I dropped 25 pounds. Like, I care about stuff like that. I don't care about the fact that, animals are, I don't give a shit about that.
So you're not doing it for any benefit other than your own?
No, that's it. That's the only reason. One more time, Moss, for the people in the cheap seats.
Yeah,
this is only about me. This ain't about
I respect that.
Feel better, look better.
Like,
that's it.
I respect that. That once again, just like anything in life, being a vegan doesn't hurt anyone. Same way I think being a meat eater doesn't hurt anyone. I just don't like the virtue signaling I be seeing about. Nah, you gotta be a vegan, man. Save the animals, and then ignore all the animals that die in the process of making vegan foods. Like those animals that are going for your crops in those vegan fields get killed. Pesticides are used all over these crops, killing these animals, but you don't care. That's what bothers me. But if you're gonna be a vegan, be a vegan. I don't care what you eat. Just don't care about why.
I want to know why I'm being a contrarian according to the chat. I'm serious. Like, cigarettes are really bad for you. Maybe you don't understand, Mr. Chat Guy, how bad cigarettes are for you. But they're really, really bad for you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't smoke cigarettes. And obviously, don't smoke crack either. Like, don't smoke crack. I'm not advocating for crack. I'm just saying I think cigarettes might be just as bad as crack. It just don't look like it. You know what I'm saying? On the outside, it's more on the inside.
I wholeheartedly believe cigarettes should be illegal. I don't get how they're just accepted. To be honest,
now, alcohol is terrible too.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, though. Should alcohol be illegal too? Then, if cigarettes are illegal,
I'm 1000% of the belief that weed is clearly better than alcohol and cigarettes. And the fact that one was illegal and one wasn't is ridiculous.
Well, nowadays they're putting a whole lot of bull stuff in that weed too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the sticky getting tricky. It's not the same as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's all types of chemicals that go into that.
The sticky getting tricky.
Yeah, like back in the day, this weed is not supposed to look like how it's looking. You know what I'm saying? That's not weed. I don't know what y'all think y'all smoking. And anything that goes into your lungs that's not oxygen is not good for you. I don't care what the studies tell you.
The weed,
you know what I'm saying?
The sticky.
Yeah, vaping is terrible too.
Oh my God, what's not? But anyways, don't smoke crack.
First of all, if we being honest, and this is the shit that gets under my skin, because Ron, again, it's our job to engage with the chat. You don't know why I became a corrections officer, but just the way you talk, You talk like you think you know what you're talking about. And these goofy ass dudes that's running with you, because you say it, they think that you know what you're talking about. You don't know why I became a corrections officer. Did you know I got into law enforcement? Because I actually wanted to work for an NBA team in security. That's why I wanted to do that. I didn't do that because I wanted to save the neighborhood. But you with your goofy ass, you always talking like you think you know what you're talking about. I tell you, I lose brain cells when I hear you talk. I'm sure I do, but I can't avoid it because you right here. That's the problem. It's like smog outside. I have to ingest it. That's the problem. You don't don't even know what you're talking about.
So long story short, Chill became a corrections officer, not to help people, but once again for his own benefit to work for an NBA team.
Right here. That was it. 100%, Mars. 100%. I am all for, and I'm not that selfish, but I am all for self-preservation, and I am all for advancing yourself. 100% I am. And I became a corrections officer because I wanted to advance my career so I could ultimately work for an NBA team. That's why I did that. Not because, I want to save the neighborhood. Shut the hell up, man. Still don't know what he's talking about.
All right, y'all. Long story short, cigarettes are more healthy or just as healthy as crack. You don't know what goes into your weed. And Chill doesn't give a damn about saving your neighborhood.
I don't. I don't.
There
No,
you
I don't.
go.
No, I do not.
All right, a few more super chats.
May I say I do? I care about your neighborhood. Get some good grief.
Here go Jaylen.
Continue.
Dub host Ron with the super chat said, "I'm definitely not Ron's burner. That's not my burner, guys." He said, "Bub is cold."
Yeah, I like
about Bub.
I like Bub. He has the same flaws I said he had at Pitt, just in terms of getting to the rim consistently, finishing at the rim. But he an elite mid-range scorer, very good out the pick and roll as a scorer. Got to work on some of his reads. Definitely has to get stronger. But the foundations are there for sure. And Washington's a team that can definitely afford to have him out there making mistakes. And I'd like to see him extend his range to the three more consistently. But Malcolm Brogdon is one of those very, very good, at least catch and shoot three-point shooters. Now, off the dribble is a bit of a different story, but anything that can help him will be good. So I think Brogdon will be good for him.
Yeah, and I was talking all that smack about Washington earlier, and I meant everything I said. But dudes like Valanciunas with Sarr, he's going to help Sarr a lot, especially like just offensively too. He might not be able to help him too much defensively, but offensively, positioning, working on his post game and stuff like that, and just little tricks to the trade. I think Valanciunas does a lot to help his game and advance his game. Rebounding as well. I think he helps him with a lot of that. Malcolm the same with Bub. I think Malcolm might even help. He might help Jordan Poole a little bit, but Bilal Coulibaly, I think that's a good person to learn from. Just the different tricks that Malcolm has up his sleeve, the pace that he plays with, the way he sees the game, the way he plays both ends of the floor, defense and stuff like that too. He's a real heady player, so I think he helps a lot of those younger guys over there. I think those are two good vet signings.
What do you think, Ron? What do you think Bilal, in terms of Bub coming on? What do you think that does for Bilal?
What does Bub do for Bilal?
Yeah.
Initially, I don't think he really does too much for him initially. Okay. I think like down the line that he has a running mate, but like as of right now, I don't see like the added benefit today.
Yep.
I don't think they have many players who benefit Bilal, to be honest. That's other than like maybe Alex Sarr, but that's hugely theoretical.
Well, it's obvious
Washington's defense was a mess last year, and Bilal was just out there trying to be a good defender. It's really just him and Denny. Everyone else just criminals on defense. So they haven't really helped Bilal, in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Ron, because it's obvious that they're building a unit around Bilal and Sarr, right? It's clear that that's what they're doing. So that's why I'm asking, what is Bub, who I actually like Bub's game, what is he doing to enhance Bilal? Because that's what we're doing when we're trying to build a unit. We try to build when we have our foundation of Bub and Sarr. We try to build around these dudes to enhance our unit, to enhance them. So what is he doing for him? And if he ain't doing nothing for him, then we got to get somebody in here that's really helping him.
Well, the reason why I said Bub, I don't believe Bub helps him too much this year is because first off, I don't know how much Bub's going to play, and then also even on top of that, I don't see him just advancing him, like helping him take tremendous strides just as a rookie. That's why I said Malcolm Brogdon, for instance. I think he does a lot for Bilal's game. But as for Bub, I mean, he's going to need to learn from Malcolm Brogdon too. He still has to learn the NBA game. He still has to, improve in his certain areas. He still has to figure out what his role is even going to be. So unless he just comes out and he's a flat out stud, okay, he makes the game easier for him, or whatever it is that he brings to the table. But I don't even know what his role is going to be for Washington. So I can't say that he just helps Bilal today.
All right.
Alan L said, never mind. L Jaylen. Wow.
Damn. I
Change
don't know.
that to a W.
It'd
be like that.
Yeah.
They switched up on Dave Chappelle too. Happens. They'll come back.
You comparing yourself to
in the context
exactly
of
what
things.
he
Yeah, I'm saying they did the same thing to Dave Chappelle.
All right, fellas. Right now in the game, USA versus Serbia, Steph has 18 points still. Bam has 17 and 6. I seen him knock down 3 threes too. So shout out to Bam.
Bam with 3 threes.
He's knocking down that long ball.
Get Jimmy Butler off the floor. Let's move on.
Anthony Edwards also has 14 as well. So that's what we're looking at right now. And Team USA is up 83-58. The fourth quarter just started.
Hey, we had a conversation yesterday about not yesterday, a couple of days ago. Is Anthony Edwards, because I know how high you are on him, Jaylen. Is Anthony Edwards that little dude at the park that, in reference to Team USA, because we still got to figure out who the face of Team USA is. So is Anthony Edwards that little dude at the park that's like, yo, let me play, man, I'm nice, and these other dudes is like, nah, not yet, no, not yet.
I mean, he's definitely the young dude at the park who is nice. Like he says,
as hell, by the way.
Yeah, he's absolutely nice. And I think he's kind of letting you know in some ways. Again, I don't want to compare him to Jordan like that, but you know how Jordan kind of I guess when he was a teammate, say let him know he's him, want to let Larry Bird Magic know it's his league now. I think it's kind of like Anthony Edwards maybe want to tell LeBron, Steph, KD, hey, you guys are great, you did your thing. It's my turn now. So I can definitely see Anthony Edwards being that guy. And look, again, phenomenal player. You see him when Dylan Brooks walked by him? He looked like he really wanted to hit him. Dylan Brooks,
and he would have lost that fight.
I mean, I'm not being close to Dylan Brooks for Anthony Edwards. Would have been closer, but maybe. But Anthony Edwards,
I would like to see that tussle for real.
Yeah, that would be a fun little boxing match.
I don't advocate for violence, but shit, I wouldn't.
Right now, AD has a very impressive triple single. He has 5 points, 5 rebounds, but he has 5 blocks.
Nice.
He's really been out here anchoring the defense. He got like 2 or 3 blocks on Jokic too.
There's certain dudes who will block shots, and you'll see it on the stat sheet and be like, that was dope. And then there's certain guys where, like when I see Hassan Whiteside on the stat sheet block 4 shots, and they be like, that shit is empty. He wasn't really doing nothing. I know Anthony Davis as a defender. If I see he blocked 4 shots, I'm be like, yo, that was impactful. Because I know the kind of defender that he was. Mars, I don't think I've ever in my life seen a big who had more empty defensive stats than Hassan Whiteside. I was in the arena and watched him pull down 20 rebounds, and it was the emptiest 20 boards that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I wonder if 20, 30 years from now, people who never watched Hassan Whiteside are going to look at him on Basketball Reference and see he led the league in blocks twice, led the league in rebounding, had a year where he averaged 17 and 14. Are they going to be like, Hassan Whiteside, one of the more underrated bigs ever, man. He never made an all-star team. How did Hassan Whiteside never make an all-star team when he had a 5-year stretch averaging 15 and 12 and a half on 58% from the field, averaging nearly 3 blocks a game? Damn, Hassan Whiteside was like that. And then I'm going to be there damn.
Only thing to take away from him is the blocks and defense, the rebounding. I can't take that away from him.
Yeah, he can rebound. He can rebound, yeah, for sure.
A lot of that shit was empty ox.
I can't.
I know it sounds ridiculous to a dude that's pulling down 13 boards, 14 boards. That is empty. A lot of that shit was empty. Tomorrow's point, we talked about
how empty can 20 boards be though? It's 20 boards.
You know how I feel about Hassan. I feel like Hassan was a straight scrub. You know what I'm saying? I for a fact. You know what I'm saying? But still, the rebounding is still impressive. That's all I'm saying. I can't.
One of my main issues with him, for a guy to be that big, he did not rebound well in traffic. For a guy to be as big as he was, when you got into the meat and potatoes of games, or when the games got close, whether we're late in the third or we're in the middle of the fourth, and you got action in the paint where you got a bunch of bodies, he did not rebound well in traffic. consistently. He did not.
You have to work for those rebounds.
And I think that's where the difference is. To be honest with you, Mars, I think that's where it was. He wasn't that imposing force as a rebounder when he cleaned glass and he's putting his bows up and guys would just get away from him. He wasn't that type of rebounder.
I think Hassan Whiteside was like my case study for like my whole opinion of the box score in general. I think he was the foundation. Him, not to disrespect John Stockton. And who else? Maybe like Jerry Stackhouse's 30-point seasons. But like Hassan Whiteside was definitely one of the focal points of this box score be lying to people. So
how do you feel about Stackhouse, Mars? I've never heard this take.
Just that like anyone who maybe hasn't gone back and watched some of those Pistons teams where Jerry Stackhouse is averaging 30 and be like, oh, Jerry Stackhouse for his time was one of the best scorers in the league. And I'm just like, Jerry Stackhouse, I don't think Jerry Stackhouse was really that good for real. And then I watched him in Dallas in like 06. Jerry Stackhouse was not very good. But what do I know? I just think, but he's like, because he doesn't really get mentioned as much. But like when Hassan Whiteside was leading the league in blocks, that's where I was like, yeah, I feel passionately about, this box score is tricking people. Because him making an all defensive team is disgraceful. But whatever.
All right. Shout out to playerschoicemerch.com. If you haven't got a chance to go check out some of the new stuff that we got, go check it out. Only winning matters, and y'all should take it light. Go check out some of that stuff. Go check out some of the old stuff too. Support your favorite podcast. Also like the video too. Let's get these likes up. Let's get the likes up, man. Leaf Diggy said, I know we trying to tank, but Killian's too obvious.
Wait, what?
If you're gonna tank, do it right. If you're
gonna
right. Yo, stop hating on Killian.
I don't get it. We already know what it is.
Yep.
You got all your draft picks back, right? You got all your draft picks back. I don't even know who y'all starting point guard is. Is it going to be Ben Simmons? Who, by the way, Leaf, you are out on. You've been out on him, right? You out on him. I don't know who your starting two guard is. I don't even know who your rotation guard is. We all know that Brooklyn is going to be garbage. It's okay to make that clear to the rest of the league. Yo, we're going to suck. We're not trying to win games. So what? What's the problem? I don't get it.
Bron just caught a lob. It was nice.
Bron doing
little Bam Adebayo pass. Yeah, it was cool. It's like every time I see him do something, I'm like, damn, he old as hell.
This isn't going in the bank and having a plan to steal money. No, we know that Brooklyn is going to be garbage. We don't have to hide that. Why do we have to hide that? We're going to be trash.
I can't wait for them to surprise you and be the 9 seed.
Oh my God. That's going to be a nightmare for Brooklyn fans. It is.
Yo, Mars.
Chill out, man. Let me see Ben Simmons' first month of the season.
And my hand will still be right here. Ox, my hands, it's here. Whenever y'all ready.
Get that shit out of here.
All right. Moving along, we got 2 new members right now. 97 Teal became a member, and Drade Goat also became a member today. Shout out to them.
Shout out to you guys.
Also, this just in. We have selected our 2 wildcard members to participate in the PCL to cook you guys. In case you don't know what the PCL is, it's a 7-week NBA debate league. It starts on July 24th, which actually is next Wednesday, a week from now exactly. It will be a $1,000 cash prize and a PCL belt on the line. Everybody will have a match each week leading up to the playoffs, and it will be a knockout style tournament for the playoff rounds. And the 2 wild cards that we selected, we have 14 in-house players' choice guys, and we went and found 2 wild cards. And these 2 guys are none other than John Drummond and Martell.
Who?
So we know who they are. What's their chat names? Who is who?
We don't know.
Y'all will know.
Okay.
Y'all will know who you know. When they're in front of y'all cooking y'all, you will know. But shout out Martell.
Are they even members? Are they even members?
Do they be in the chat?
They members of PCL.
Have they ever popped up on Open Gym or anything?
They gonna pop up on
never
PCL.
met John Drummonds, man.
Nah, Ron bringing
This is when you look at the schedule.
That's not even
Easy W on the schedule. Easy W.
John
Y'all
Drummond
said,
is
where's
really-
Mike?
John
Mike
Drummond is
didn't
really
fill it
scary.
out.
And by the way, Mike
James
last
B
night-
didn't fill it out.
And by the
Buddy
way,
didn't
Mike-
fill out a form. None
last
of you guys, Almighty Scambo did not fill it out.
Last
A
night,
lot of talking in the chat.
Last night on Fluent and Chill, Mike showed up, asked for the link to be dropped. Tone dropped the link. Did he show up?
Nope, guess not. You know what it is, Chill. A lot of talking in the chat, but it's time to step up when the bright lights get on.
Jaylen, you're not in a position to talk about the chat right now. I ain't gonna lie.
I got love for the chat, man. They started me.
They ain't got love for you right now,
Cool.
Jaylen. They ain't got love
It's
for you.
all good. It's all good. I'm telling
Poku
you.
locking up LeBron?
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
seen that.
Poku,
I
man.
seen that. See, Poku gonna get back in the. I think Charlotte waived him. He gonna get back in the league. Oh, he missed the 3 now, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Team USA is up 99-69 right now. A 30 WAP is in play.
Yeah, you said Serbia was better than France.
Yeah, well, see, the thing about it is Vladimir Lucic didn't play, and Nikola Jokic just didn't really have the best night that he possibly could have.
Because AD there.
That sounds like what had happened was.
That's
what
for
that
sure
sounds like.
what had happened was.
You guys keep
Great
acting like Jokic the best player in the world and he can do no wrong. Jokic's just not like that for real.
No, you could be the best player in the world and be flawed, Mars. That's not ridiculous to say that. I mean,
When
you
has the
can
best
still be
player in the world ever been flawed? Never. They're perfect.
That is
Jokic
not
is-
true.
It
Shaq was
just
the
shows
best
that-
player on the planet. That free throw line was radioactive.
Yeah,
You
that wasn't
kidding
a flaw. That wasn't a flaw.
What was it?
That-
then?
It was called balancing. If you've ever played a video game, if there's overpowered, oh my god, LeBron, you're a clown. If you ever played a video game and something's overpowered, you end up just having to add features that balances it out. They know that the basketball gods knew if Shaq was 90% from the free throw line, the game would have been unfair. So they
Right.
just had to nerf him. It wasn't a
Right.
weakness. It was more so just he's too good. We have to bring him down a peg. That's what it was. It wasn't a weakness. So that's why it's different.
What you just said, Mars, was you just dressed it up. It is a weakness, but we're not making it a weakness. We're just balancing it out. That's exactly
Whatever
what
you
we're doing.
whatever you want to call it.
That's semantics. It's still. I'm still not very good at it.
Whatever you want to call it.
I'm still not good at it. So,
Whatever you want to call it.
right?
Whatever you want to call it.
I didn't mention Kobe's, buddy. Did you notice that? I didn't mention bronze, but I didn't mention Kobe neither, did I? But I bet you if I would have mentioned Kobe, you would have jumped on me, wouldn't you? You know why? Because you pick and choose. I told you yesterday, my man, you are everything that you hate, and you try to spew that on other people.
Well, Kobe ain't got no weaknesses. That's why.
Yep. Mhm.
Shout out to Kobe.
Turn Up AG said random ... If the NBA was a half-court game, would the best players in the league change much?
How far down the list are we going? Like, are we saying the 25th player or like the top 10 or the top 5? Like
All the transition players who I guess heavily rely on transition.
Jaylen Brown would be a worse player. Giannis would be a worse player.
It would change dramatically.
Giannis might have the biggest drop off. If it was
I think the best if the game was strictly half court. So now Luke is a strictly half court player. So his transition defense is no longer a problem because the game is half court. And Dallas's transition offense has never really been great. This year was actually his best ever was. So like you take that out and you just make it a strict half court game. The best players will probably be Jokic and Luka.
Mars.
What?
Surprise! The best players
Oh,
Jokic and Luka. Like
No. Okay, so the better question is what like.
Hey, but everyone unanimously, Giannis is like considered top 3. And I'm saying Giannis.
Well,
would've-
yeah.
Giannis might not be top 10.
If you say
He might not be top 10 in the half court league. I'm telling you, the impact that he has.
Shea would be very good in a half court league.
Shea would be solid.
But he's also very good in transition. So,
I think I like Devin Booker. So I mean, you made a good point. I think defense would be less exposable, or would be less kind of. I think more players would just be kind of average to okay on defense versus bad defensively. I think a lot of players defensively they just get caught again in the fast break in that situation. But again, and obviously the lack of shooting, I think, just hurts Giannis so much when it's just a half court game.
but if the game is strictly half court, the value of forcing turnovers is lessened, in my opinion. Like getting steals or whatever, because the value of getting steals and getting out in transition is you basically got a guaranteed score.
Yeah.
Whereas in this new world of half court game, yeah, you get the ball back, but you don't get like a 120 offensive rating. You have to then go score in the half court.
Mm-hmm.
So the value of the guys who force turnovers on defense might not be as valuable. So like a guy like Shea, for example, on defense, who's heavy gambling, heavy overhelping, trying to force turnovers, that's tremendously valuable because it gets OKC out and running and then they're unstoppable. But when it just turns into, oh, well, we got to steal back to the half court, that might lose some value too. So I guess you want more sound defenders. So even more so the gambling stuff, it gets a lot worse. Like, so yeah, I could see that. Rebounding probably becomes more valuable.
I think it does for sure.
Yeah.
Sabonis would be good in a half court game.
Sabonis would be amazing.
Yeah.
Is there a mediocre player that becomes really good or great if it's just half court? Or like a good player that becomes
define
great?
Mediocre.
Yeah, or like good. I mean, so let's say a borderline all-star who becomes a all NBA type of guy.
Brandon Ingram would be amazing.
Say Michael Beasley, Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram, I could see.
Brandon Ingram would be amazing in a half court game.
I can see that.
Yep. Michael Beasley would be great. But,
oh, look, Michael Porter's in the game. Shout out, Michael.
Oh yeah, I started watching. Okay, let's watch some Michael Porter clips.
What's the score?
74-99.
Yes.
But Giannis would still be a top 10 player, Jaylen, by the way. You was just banging with that. But
man. Maybe I think he might be he might be like 8, 9, 10.
I think the value of the mid-range would go up exponentially. KD would be 100%. So much more valuable in the strict.
DeRozan would be more valuable, I guess.
We would see a lot more post-ups too.
For sure.
Yeah.
In a game that's strictly half court, the value of analytics goes down, in my opinion. Because transition is where most of the efficient offense becomes like a thing. If everything is in the half court, you don't get those easy transition threes and easy transition layups and all of those things. So it's going to come down to shot making, schemes, shots that teams usually want to give up, which is the mid-range jumper, post-ups, isolations. Those players are going to come inherently more valuable, which is why they also become more valuable in the postseason too, because the game does slow down. That's like the common thing. So yeah, KD becomes more valuable, DeMar DeRozan, Brandon Ingram, Shea, for that reason. Those guys, they become better.
Jackson Tatum,
he's
top 5 mid-range bag in the league.
Oh, yeah, better than Shea in the mid-range, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. All right, totally. Alan L said, hold on, Ron. Pause the show real quick. I'll be right back.
Is that Langston Galloway?
Yeah.
Don't come back, Alan.
Damn, why are we hating on Alan?
Super chat from Derp Jones. Derp said, do you guys build around Arvydas or Wilt?
Bro, why is that even a question? It's Wilt. Stop it.
Oh,
I know another Canadian that would disagree with you.
I ain't watch Prime Arvydas. I keep saying that I ain't see what it was. So
fact.
I'm picking Wilt.
I'm just going Wilt. We're just not comparing
Arvydas top 5 all time.
I'm not in tune enough with what Arvydas was before the Achilles and his legs were shot. So I'm taking Wilt without any real knowledge of Arvydas. So I'm the wrong person to ask this question to.
You could build around a broke down Arvydas. You still have a hell of a squad. And I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not trying to say Arvydas is Wilt Chamberlain, but you could build around Arvydas just because of his skill set. So.
Is there even film available of Arvydas before?
In like 88? Yeah, I think so. If I looked for it, I'm just never really found the time where that's what
I heard he got a 90-point game over there. They just won't release the footage for either. So
okay.
Yeah. I think it was like 90 and 40. He was in there too, but release the tape, man. Y'all gotta stop holding the tape. If y'all release that tape, I'll release the tape of Big Ox doing these TikTok dances. Similar to Swiper, but worse.
Okay.
If only you could imagine. Football CF Candy said, do you guys think who do you guys think will be rookie of the year? Has Summer League moved you?
It's gonna be someone who has the opportunity to be rookie of the year. Like Reed Shepard, I don't think is gonna play enough. Alex Sarr, I just think is way too far away offensively. Reece Shea is gonna be a role player. his rookie year at least. Stephon Castle, I don't think he's going to start, and B, the rookie of the year comes down to the box score more often than not. I don't think he's going to have the box score. So I'm of the belief it's probably going to be Matas Buzelis.
Matas. Ron Holland, possibly.
That team spacing is too bad. I'm sorry. Like Ron is really nice. The spacing is too bad. So I think Matas is set up for it.
Ricochet?
He's going to be a role player. He's going to be there spotting up for Trey. He might average like 12, but that's not.
He'll get all the minutes though. He'll still probably average like 30.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm saying is if we're talking about opportunity in minutes, he's going to get minutes and he's going to get shots next to Trae Young.
Yeah, but Matas is going to have the ball in his hands. Matas might average like 15, 7 and 4, something like that. Might average over a block for sure, but like 15, 7, 4, 1 and 1.5 type deal. The efficiency probably won't be great, but he'll probably do something like that and he'll win rookie of the year. And I'm only saying box score numbers because that's how the rookie of the year gets decided. You guys know I don't care about the box score, but that's how it usually gets decided. I think Matas probably have the best numbers. So
yeah, he'll probably have a couple breakout games too. I can see him getting a couple 30 balls in there. I can see it. I got Matas, but y'all know how high I've been on Matas since before the draft.
Sleeper Tijon Salon. Yeah.
You think Jared McCain dances his way into the conversation?
No, I don't think I think he's gonna be in the minute situation.
Wait, no. You know what my favorite is? Zach Edey. That's who my favorite is gonna be rookie of the year. I think Edey on Memphis, his situation. I think he'll get all the minutes he needs.
I can see that, but how many minutes does he get with Steven Adams coming back?
At least 25.
Chill out. Yeah, chill out, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, with 30, they'll see the bump in wins, and obviously John Rambo's back, but I'll be giving to him too.
But with between Triple J and analytics, how many minutes does Zach Edey truly get?
At least 25.
I think he's averaging a double-double. I think he's going to get a double-double this season. He's going to average a double-double.
You guys think Zach Edey gets 20?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he, bro?
Because, like I said, between Jaren Jackson Jr. starting at the 5, being who he is, the team's second or third best player, a staple on that team, a staple on defense. I don't know how well those two slot next to each other. And I don't know if that's something that the coach. I know they could play next to each other. I would play them next to each other. I just don't know if their coach is going to do that. And once again, I said analytics. When you factor in the analytics, you know this is a very analytical heavy game. Can he guard the pick and rolls? Can he is he spacing the floor? Can you actually slot him next to Jaren Jackson Jr.? You know, all of that stuff.
So what you saw in the summer league with the athleticism, him being able to get up and down the floor, him being able to protect the rim. How valuable is that for that Memphis team who now doesn't have Steven Adams? Not only do they not have Steven Adams, but now they have guys like Ja, Desmond Bane, Marcus Smart, Jaren Jackson Jr., Brandon Clark. How valuable is that what Zach Edey brings to them? Because I feel like that's the difference in what they was. I feel like what he brings. I feel like that's the difference in what they missed. Don't get me wrong, Ron. Here, Rook, and he's going to struggle early because the pro game is a lot different than playing in summer league. But the athleticism is there, the rim protection is there, the paint presence is there. All of that stuff that's necessary for this Memphis team to be better is definitely there. And he looks like, to me, he could definitely be a guy who's instrumental on offense because he plays like a big guy. He doesn't play like a big guy who is skilled. No, he actually plays like a legit big. He gets on the box. He makes space in the middle of the lane and on the block. And he can score around the rim. He's got really good touch for a big guy. So I love him in Memphis.
How he defends in drop is determining everything. If he can't defend in drop coverage, he won't play. If he can, then he'll play 20, 25
And I think he can, Mars, because he's a better athlete than what I thought he was. I do. I think he can.
It's possible. That entire everything, like him not shooting, it will be fine because they played with Steven Adams. He'll space the floor on the fact that you set off-ball pin downs for Desmond Bane. You have to have Zach Edey's man out there too to contain that. So he's going to be spacing the floor with his screen setting and all of those things. So he'll be fine. And the post-up presence and the gravity, the double teams he's going to draw, all of that, he'll be fine. Can he defend the pick and roll? He doesn't need to switch or hedge. He's not going to do that. He's going to be exclusively in drop. Can he defend in drop well enough to where their defense isn't constantly exposed? If he can, he'll play. If he can't, he won't. It's that simple.
It is that simple. Now when I think about it, Mars, and the fact that he's a lot better athlete, than I thought he was, and he can cover more space, I think that's going to help him.
I hope so. I'm rooting for him.
All right. Last but not least, Z6BCM said, has AD been the best overall player on Team USA?
Bam's been pretty good.
Yes, he has.
I think you can make a case
argument.
for AD though, for sure.
Definitely can make a case.
Definitely the most important for what he's done around the rim, defending, rebounding, touch around the rim, presence. I definitely think you can make the case that he's the most important for what they need. 100%
Yeah, best
believe
overall. I would say AD or Bam.
Ron, when we doing the panel top 10 players in the NBA or top 25 players in the NBA going into next season, when we doing that?
Is it right before the season start, Ron? Or are we going to do it at the end of the Olympics?
Probably be a little closer to
right before the season
September.
Starts? Okay.
Sometime in September.
Okay. Interesting.
All right.
We can do it way too early though.
Because why is it interesting, Mars? Because it sounds like some shit is going on here. What's going on, Mars?
No, I feel like the people want us to do rankings and stuff. People like when we did the peaks, the ranking of the bigs. That was a segment that people enjoyed a lot. So I was just asking when we're going to get into more stuff like that. That's why.
Yeah, what we do need to do, and we'll do this here fairly soon. We need to recap last season and rank the players from how they played last season.
Mm-hmm.
So our top 30, 40, 50, however many we do from last season.
I can get with that.
So we'll make that happen soon. But y'all, we've reached our time limit. We'll be back tomorrow. Y'all tap in and we'll catch you soon.
Eat it, haters. Eat it.
Merry Christmas.
Take it easy.
Later, fellas.